1310.
Good morning. It is 6 a.m. and this is your Fox Sports Update. In Monday Night Football, the final wild card round game took place last night between the 5-seed Minnesota Vikings and the 4-seed LA Rams in Arizona. The Rams took the victory by a score of 27-9. Matthew Stafford threw for 209 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Rams defense combined for 9 sacks. After that victory, the Rams are set to take on the 2-seed Philadelphia Eagles Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock on NBC. Breaking news in the NFL, Mike McCarthy is out at the head coaching job in Dallas. McCarthy is expected to interview with the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. It has been reported that Deion Sanders has been connected with Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys for the head coaching vacancy, and they will continue dialogue throughout the week. In the NBA, the Houston Rockets defeat the Memphis Grizzlies 120-118. Jalen Green had 42 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. In MEAC play last night, the Spartans of Norfolk State fall to Morgan State by a score of 78-74. Cameron Hobbs had 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Bears. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310 AM, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cova Sports TV and live on the Fox Sports 1310 app. With Suave, myself, and Johnny D, let's get to it.
Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, along with Suave and J-Lo. Here's your host, Johnny D.
All right, good stuff. Great to be back with you. 6:02 on a Tuesday. A little chilly this morning in Hampton Roads, but blessed to be back in the big chair this morning alongside Suave and J-Lo. The Morning Drive, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. You can follow us on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D. Of course, we are streaming live this morning on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. If you're just waking up this morning, the divisional schedule is now set for the NFL playoff after last night. The Rams look good. The Rams look good last night with a winner over the Minnesota Vikings, who we will discuss today. A lot of good stuff today on the program, but before we get into that, good morning, boys. How are we?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
You're good.
You guys are a little more chipper this morning. I told you yesterday I was a little bit concerned. You had a little playoff fatigue going on. I know you two are not used to being in this position. I understand that. You're not used to what it's like to be in the playoffs, actually have a victory Monday, and an opportunity to talk about it. But you got that opportunity thanks to Jaden Daniels. And now you got to get ready for the Lions coming up this weekend. But how are we holding up, Suave? How we holding up at the household? Is everybody okay? Are we ready to roll? Are we still kind of enjoying the festivities from this past weekend? How is everybody doing?
Everybody's doing good. We enjoying everything, man. This is a magical season right now, and right now we just living in the moment. We're on cloud now right now.
See, that's the problem that I have with Commander fans, is you're just living in the moment. Like, everything is gravy right now. Right now, everything is frosting on top of that Suave cupcake. Yeah. You're satisfied.
Absolutely.
You're fat, you're happy, you're satisfied.
Absolutely.
So no matter what takes place this weekend against the Detroit Lions, you don't care.
A little bit I really do, and a little bit I kind of don't, because the thing about it is, it's like Washington is at a division game. That right at this moment, it sounds unreal. Like I tell people, the last time Washington was at a divisional game, I was playing Madden. And the fact of the matter is that right now we have a chance to play the Detroit.
Suave, you were playing Madden last night.
No,
it doesn't
I won't.
matter.
No, I haven't played Madden in years. But this is how far we have been, man.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, this is really, really magical. And like I said, I'm here for the ride, man.
Yeah, so the divisional rounds is set after last night. The Rams were winner last night over the Minnesota Vikings, 27-9. The Vikings now end their 2024-2025 campaign with a 14-3 record. J-Lo, a little bit disappointing. I think if you're a Minnesota fan, what could have been, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about a team with an opportunity to be a number 1 seed. They lose to a team last night who is now 10-3 since week 6. Don't look now, but the Rams are a pretty hot football team entering Philadelphia coming up this weekend. But one question I pose to the both of you, I'll start with you there, J-Lo. Sammy Darnold. I made this comment before the playoffs begun, that who had more pressure on them to perform in the postseason. Russell Wilson, who was a free agent, sitting at about $1.2 million this year with the Pittsburgh Steelers, 36 years of age. Not sure what they're going to do at Pittsburgh with Russ. And although Denver is still paying $37.5 on that salary, so things are okay. Or Sam Darnold, who had a nice little comeback player of the year campaign, put up some pretty gaudy numbers. In fact, Kevin O'Connell went out of his way last night to say, hey, the last 2 weeks are not an indication of how good Sam Darnold has been for us. However, has he finally turned back into a pumpkin and has midnight struck for Sam Darnold?
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation. And to be honest, I think it has. And I thought it did a few weeks ago, too. I do still think he's going to get paid, just not with the Vikings. I think he's going to find himself a starting job elsewhere, somebody who can't get a good draft pick. Because the Vikings, I think they like J.J. McCarthy. I think they're going to roll with J.J. McCarthy. He'll get himself a bag somewhere, not a big bag, because let's face it, he was awful last night. I think one of the keys I noticed, very similar, Suave would know, with Sam Howell of last year, he hangs onto the ball way too long. He doesn't get rid of it. He took 9 sacks last night. And I wouldn't say all of it was on the offensive line. We're talking about he'd sit in the pocket for 5 seconds, just sitting there and nothing. He's got to clean that up. I think he'll get paid, though. I just don't think it's going to be with the Vikings.
Look, 9 sacks, over 80 yards.
Yeah.
Lost.
He was backing up for some of them, too.
Not only that, has the shine come off Suave, Brian Flores a little bit?
Yeah.
I mean, two of the better teams that he has faced have been the last 2 weeks, and he's been taken to the woodshed. I'm sorry, but he has. I mean, we talked about Brian Flores being a head coaching candidate again in the National Football League and how well that defense has been this year, yet Detroit had no problem with him, and the Rams had no problem with him last night.
Yeah, unfortunately, at this moment, Brian Flores, the defense, it was good, but going against these two past teams look kind of suspect, and that's going to hurt his head coaching vacancy or candidate he want to go to. So after this, they got to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, so look, a lot of good stuff on the program today. We'll talk more about it. It is a Tuesday. Talk and text line is open. It's an open line out of Tuesday. Hit us up 757-497-1310. The Tell 'em Kellum Talk and text line is open, 757-497-1310. The division round playoffs are now set. Who should be on upset alert? We'll talk more about that. Obviously, the biggest news, the Dallas Cowboys, they are open for business. We'll discuss coming up in hour number 2 the latest round of candidates, including that guy. That guy is now back in the conversation. We've been joking about it for an entire year. Well, guess what? It ain't a joke. And I told you my sources were correct. We talked about this 3.5 months ago, that Mike McCarthy would not be retained by the Dallas Cowboys. And we'll hear from Jerry Jones coming up in hour number 2 of the show for his reasons why Mike McCarthy, which is funny because there are reports saying that they were not close to terms with regards to the length of the contract. Others are saying, man, they didn't even talk. Like, there wasn't even a conversation going on between Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy. But could we get a prime reunion in Big D? So we'll get into that. Some of the top headlines, something or nothing in the 8 o'clock hour. Our buddy Josh Prey stops by Tuesday with Tomlin. Chris Russell will be in the house as we prepare for D.C. versus Detroit coming up this weekend. And, of course, the 2 best quarterbacks never to win a Super Bowl hook up this weekend at Orchard Park in what many are calling one of the games of the century. That's this week. Last week, there was a game of the century. The week before that, Minnesota and Detroit, there was a game of the century, right? But
it's NFL.
It's the NFL.
It's NFL.
It depends on the week.
Yeah.
Former Bills great, current radio analyst Eric Wood will stop by the program in the 7 o'clock hour, give us the latest vibe on what's going on in Buffalo. But a lot of good stuff on the program today. Also, I do want to mention the Scroll of Hank will be coming up at what time? 7:05?
7:05.
7:05 this morning.
Yeah.
I am I'm looking forward to it this morning. I'm not going to lie. The Dallas Look, the Dallas Cowboys are headlines again because there's only one team in the National Football League that could steal the headlines from the NFL playoffs.
Only one.
There's only one. and that would be the Dallas Cowboys. In fact, if I'm thinking about it right now, there's only a couple of things there, Suave. Think about this. What in the NFL could steal the headlines from the NFL playoffs divisional round?
The Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys are number one. Aaron Rodgers would be number two.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
The Dallas Cowboys are number one. Aaron Rodgers would be number two. That's it. So I'm looking forward to at 7:05 this morning, the scroll of Hank and his thoughts on Mike McCarthy is out. Where will he be next? I believe he's going to be interviewing for Chicago Bears. Is he like a sought after Suave, like a sought after candidate for a head coaching job? Like if I am putting together my list, top 5 candidates for my head coaching vacancy, is Mike McCarthy on there? He's had a nice run in Dallas. He has made the playoff. What? He's had a winning record.
Yeah.
He has made the playoffs 3 times. But, of course, the knock on him, similar to what we talked about yesterday, like a Marty Schottenheimer or somebody else, the inability to get it done in the playoffs. The last couple of years, obviously, he's got a Super Bowl ring for what he did in Green Bay. But is he a sought-after candidate?
I would think so. He's a winning coach. He's a Super Bowl coach. He's a winning coach, and he has a good record. I mean, I don't see him not being a candidate for somebody in a head coaching vacancy. I mean, his resume is proof he's a pretty good coach.
Is he at the top of the list, or is he your fallback? Look, this is when Suave was dating back in the day, right? You were dating back in the day, and you had your top 5. And it's like, man, I want to go after her. She's number 1. However, if it doesn't work out, I got our friend over there who, not as good looking, but I'll take her. Is that what we're talking about with Mike McCarthy? Is he the prom queen, or is he that other girl, that runner-up, that one that, you know what? If the lighting is pretty good, I'll consider her.
Well, since you opened the door, because I will let you do it, I would say Mike McCarthy is so let's say you got 2 girls right here, and please forgive me, y'all. You got the pretty girl.
Why are you so uncomfortable about this conversation?
Because I know it's going to ruffle some feathers, but, I mean, it's men talk. Yeah. You got the pretty girl, and you got the less attractive girl. The pretty girl is the one you want to want to talk to because she's pretty. You know, she's attractive.
Would Deion Sanders be the pretty girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Mike McCarthy would be the unattractive one. But the unattractive one would be the most loyal one.
Ooh, I see where you're going.
Yeah, exactly. And the unloyal one would be the one who also do everything you want him to do, too. Well, she wants her to do. While the pretty girl be like, I don't feel like it.
So what you're saying is the pretty girl is a little bit high maintenance.
Yes.
However, there is a rate of return.
Yes.
There's a rate of return with a pretty girl.
Yes.
Now, Mike McCarthy is not the pretty girl, but she's going to be loyal. She's going to be that puppet.
Everything you want.
She's going to be that puppet like he was down in Dallas, right? She's going to give you everything you need to satisfy you on a daily basis.
Yes.
Right? She's going to cook. She's going to clean. She's going to drive you. She's going to pick you up for the party with the boys. All that good stuff.
See?
Right? That's the secondary.
Yep.
The pretty girl is not. She's going to be like, I need you to pick me up. And you're just lucky to be here.
Yes.
Okay. That just summed up 23 years of my marriage.
Wow. Hold on.
Oh, wait, we're talking about girl number 1? Girl number 2?
No, girl number 1.
Okay.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be included in the conversation. 23 years of marriage, that's what it's been. I'm just happy to be included in the conversation, in the decision process.
See, Leo Commanders then.
Yeah.
You're just happy to be here.
So we'll talk more about that coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. But, of course, the Tell McCallum Talk and Text line is open, 757-497-1310, 757-497-1310. Before we go into the break, just very quickly, now that the divisional schedule is set, just recap from last night. Rams the winner 27-9. J-Lo, your thoughts, takeaways from last night?
Yeah, the Rams look good. Matthew Stafford looked good. We didn't see much of Cooper Kupp until that second half, so I was kind of surprised by that, but still, he was firing on all cylinders with Puka Nacua and his other weapons, and the tight end as well. I'm blanking on his name. And then their defense, we knew going into the playoffs, one of their most dangerous factors is that defense, and man, did they hold. Again, it's kind of a conversation. Was it the defense? Was it Sam Darnold being bad? I think it was a mixture of both, but the defense was outstanding. The defensive line was unbelievable, and they allowed nothing. They held Justin Jefferson. They held Jordan Addison. They did a phenomenal job. The Rams are not a team to be messed with. I'm telling you. Hank said it in the chat box earlier. Be on upset alert, Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Rams have a good shot.
Suave, your takeaways from last night.
I said it for weeks. Once Matthew Stafford get his weapons back, you're going to see the real Rams. Point blank proven. They beat Vikings up and down like they owed them money, and it was at Olive Garden. The Matthew Stafford at 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. The receiver you talking about, Tyler Higbee, 5 catches, 58 yards, and then Kyron Williams, 16 carries, 76 yards. This is the Rams that we expected to be. Yeah. And now you're seeing a dangerous team in the playoffs, and they're going to play Philly. This ain't the Rams that they played early in the season. This is a different type of Rams. This is playoff Rams. Like I've been said, Stafford got his weapons back.
Hey, a couple of things I took away from last night. Number one, great environment.
Yeah.
Give it up for the Arizona Cardinals equipment people, because it looked like a home game for the Rams. And I saw that the Rams went out and arranged charter buses to and from SoFi Stadium for the game, ending up with around 30 or 32 buses. Over 1,500 season ticket holders had the opportunity to go with that football game. That's why it was a tough game to try to navigate last night, because you did not know the mental state of some of these players, right? It's been a tough week. You've been displaced. You have not been with your families, but you've been worried about your families and making sure that everything is okay. Sean McVay, from all accounts, has been fantastic in talking about rallying these guys. And sometimes that's just what you need, is some type of adversity to bring a group together. And look, they look real good last night. So a lot to get into today on the program. Great to be with you. 6:17 on a Tuesday morning. It's an open line on a Tuesday. Anything you want to discuss, 757-497-1310. The Tell 'em Kell 'em Talking text line is open for you this morning. A reminder, we're broadcasting live from the OVM Financial Studios. The Morning Drive is brought to you by the fine folks at Shore Break Pizza and Tap House. J-Lo, it is never too early to start thinking about dinner plans.
Think about it right now.
And your number one location for all the games, the best burgers, the best wings, the best pizza, the best place to watch the game is Shore Break Pizza and Tap House. 2 locations in Virginia Beach, the OG on Shore Drive, the brand new spot out at Sandbridge Pungo. Check them out on the web at shorebreakvb.com. In fact, it is Tuesday. You know what that means?
Buy one, get one free burger.
That is correct, man. Buy one, get one free burgers all night long. Shore Break Pizza, Tap House, shorebreakvb.com. All right, straight ahead, we talked a little bit about it. The division schedule is now set. We debate, we discuss who is on upset alert this weekend. Could it be the Detroit Lions? We'll dive into it. It's the Morning Drive. Suave, J-Lo, yours truly. Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Traffic is congested on Interstate 564 westbound this morning, with heavy delays between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. Otherwise, your morning commute is going smoothly. From Virginia Beach to Norfolk via 264 westbound, drive time is 20 minutes. And from Newport News to Norfolk, drive time is 31 minutes via Interstate 64 eastbound. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
You don't need a job site, you need a hiring platform. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Hi, Get ready for a season of thrills and excitement. Virginia Beach United invites you to experience the adrenaline of USL League 2 Pro Soccer. Tickets are only $10 for adults, $7 for kids, and children 5 and under are free. It's the perfect family outing filled with fun and entertainment. Secure your seats now for a season of unforgettable soccer moments with Virginia Beach United. Don't miss out.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, But it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better. And it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Now, for a limited time on the $7 Meal Deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Comfy house, warm food, hot showers, even Wi-Fi all day. Financing with credit approval. Kellum, KellumMechanical.com.
Right now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
I didn't think he was going to keep his job because of Tom Brady coming in. I thought they were going to go all in on Michael Penix last year. But they got Brock Bowers, who is going to finish runner-up and Rookie of the Year. So here are the Raiders with the 6th pick. It's not a heavy quarterback draft.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on Fox Sports 1310. Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, it's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
Yeah, great to be with you on a Tuesday morning, Hampton Roads. The Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D, Suave J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM. Download the Fox Sports 1310 app. A reminder, you can follow us on the X this morning at Drive Johnny D. We get our Pacer payroll poll questions up and rolling here in a little bit. Also streaming live on YouTube this morning at Cova Sports TV. A reminder, coming up 7 o'clock hour, we will dive into Deion's possible return to Dallas. This time as a head coach. We'll get into that debate. Also, Eric Wood, the longtime lineman for the Buffalo Bills, will join us as we talk Lamar and Josh. That's coming up at 7:30 this morning. What's Trending with Suave at 7:45. 8 o'clock hour, Tuesday with Tomlin. Talk to the all-ball coach. I believe the final installment of Tuesday with Tomlin. Is that correct there, J-Lo?
We gonna make it the final one?
I don't know.
I love having him on,
we
though.
could try to roll it into the offseason.
I think we could roll it into the offseason a little bit. Talk a little college hoops, too.
I don't know if he wants to talk college hoops. We got to talk to
talk with
Tomlin
him today.
We got to.
We got to talk to Tomlin.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got to talk to him.
Absolutely.
Figure it out. Our buddy Chris Russell, Commanders Insider, Team 980, will stop by right around 8:30 this morning, and then 8:45, Something or Nothing, as we look at some of the top headlines in sports. One of them will make J-Lo and Suave very uncomfortable, but we will need to discuss one of the topics right around 8:45 this morning. If you were uncomfortable about what we just talked about, Suave, you will certainly be uncomfortable at about 8:45 this morning. I can guarantee you that. All right, 757-497-1310. The Tell 'em Kellum Talking text line is open. What are the topics we want to discuss going into the break? The divisional round playoffs are now set. Let's look at the matchups. Who do we believe is on upset alert this weekend? Put it up on the poll this morning, the Pacer payroll poll question this morning. Would it be the Kansas City Chiefs? Could it be the Philadelphia Eagles? Could it be the Detroit Lions? I don't know if you could actually get an upset alert for the fourth game.
Me neither.
I think you're going to go with 3.
Yeah.
Just 3 options. But let's look at the matchups very quickly. So after their win last night, the Rams are taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. I got to look at the early lines on this. Have we looked at the early lines on this? Okay, let me pull up the early odds on this one. So Sunday, that game is at 3 o'clock, the Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Care to take a guess there, Suave, at the latest odds? What do you think they are?
Well, I'm sorry. I just looked at it while we was talking.
Well,
so I don't want to act like I said it right and I was looking at it the whole time. But it's showing us the Eagles laying the 6.
Laying the 6. Open up as 6. They're still laying the 6. The total on this one is 43.5. Your thoughts? I'll start with you, Suave, on the Eagles hosting the LA Rams.
That's pretty low. 43.5?
43.5.
I mean,
well, have you seen Philadelphia's offense over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Not very good.
Yeah, I understand. I think it's going on because the Eagles' defense. Because, I mean, you just seen that the Rams' offense got a high-power offense. And with the Eagles, I guess it's like what you said yesterday. They beat you down. They're physical. They run the ball. So I guess the bettors are seeing that, and they're making it over under 43.5 because I see it as going to be an over. I think that the Rams are going to throw all the way around. It's going to be some points being scored. And I really believe this is the game that Jalen Hurts, he better show up. He better show up.
They are winning football games despite Jalen Hurts.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I am curious now because I still don't think Jalen Hurts looked right this past weekend coming off concussion protocol. But I am curious with a week under his belt. Saquon Barkley looked good. A.J. Brown will not be reading books on the sideline, I guarantee you, for the Rams game. Not going to be happening.
Really? You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
Man.
I think it's a bad look.
They knew they were going to beat the Packers.
Yeah.
They knew that.
Yeah. I mean, and he was a little bit bored, so we're going to find out.
He had a report to do.
That's an interesting matchup coming up this weekend. So, as we mentioned, it opened at 6, sitting at 6 right now, 43.5. The Houston Texans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. This one opened up at 7.5. It's still sitting at 7.5. That's Saturday, 4:30 kick. I'll start with you, J-Lo. Your thoughts on this one?
I got to be honest. I'm all over Kansas City here. I'm not one of those believers who's like, oh, C.J. Stroud's back. The Houston Texans are back. No. Johnny, I'm going to go with your route. They have the best quarterback. They have the best coach, the best coordinators, the best kicking team, the best special teams, the best everything. The Chiefs are going to rout the Texans this one. Right now they're laying the 7.5, and I think the Chiefs are going to I think they're going to win by multiple possessions. Give me Kansas City by a landslide.
Look, Kansas City also has had a little bit of time of rest.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's huge in the NFL.
And Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo, you've given them an opportunity now to game plan and prepare.
Yep.
And look ahead. 7.5, 41.5. You're talking about the total down in Philadelphia and the Rams there, Suave. Only 41.5. That defense of Kansas City is so good. It's so good. And Patty Mahomes, by the way, congratulations to Patty Mahomes.
Yes.
On the birth of his second child or his third child?
Third.
All right. Suave, you could appreciate the children's names. Did you see the name?
Yes, I saw the name.
Please let everybody know the name.
Oh,
you got to pull up all three. Pull up all three of the children for one Patty Mahomes so we could get a full overview of what we're dealing with here.
All right, so he has 3 children, and the kids' names are Sterling, Sky, Sterling Sky, then there's Golden, and then there's Patrick, which is his nickname Bronze. All 3 kids.
Bronze.
Yes, all 3 kids have a meaning to it.
Bronze.
It's the Mahomes family. What you
Hey,
expect,
Bronze,
y'all?
come do them dishes.
The thing is, though, these poor kids, they're set up for therapy when they get a little bit older.
Yes.
Because, look, why is he golden and I'm only bronze? Like, why am I third?
Oh, that's the first
not
one,
second.
Sterling. Her name's Sterling because her nickname is Steel.
Yeah.
So Steel, Bronze, Golden.
So who's number one? Is it golden over steel?
Steel.
Golden should be number 1, I feel like.
Golden is the baby, though.
I know it's the baby, but
Yeah.
you're talking about
So,
priorities.
Child, the
Golden
baby
number
child.
1.
Yeah.
Steel 2 and Bronze 3.
Man.
It's Mahomes, y'all.
He can do whatever he wants.
Exactly.
He can do whatever he
do
wants.
whatever he wants.
So that's an interesting one right there. Kansas City taking on the Houston Texans. We mentioned 6:30 kick on a Sunday. The Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Right now that's sitting at 1. The Ravens are actually laying 1. So this one has moved tremendously. So Buffalo opened as a 1-point favorite at home with the total at 51.5. It has now moved to the Ravens laying 1. And I told you guys yesterday, when that game got set up, go hard on the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
I love my Buffalo Bills, but realistically speaking, I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to roll. I think they're going to roll. The ability to run the football, Lamar's ability to throw the football right now, make good decisions. Zay Flowers still a question mark coming up this weekend. However, Buffalo can't stop the run. They just can't stop the run. So we'll find out coming up on Sunday. And then, of course, the game that we have a lot of interest in. Detroit hosting the Washington Commanders coming up on Saturday night. This one opened up at 5.5.
Line has jumped like crazy.
5.5. It is now up to 9.5.
Yes, I know.
The Detroit Lions.
It's getting kind of disrespectful now. I understand Detroit got a high-power offense, but come on, man. Like, 9.5? Really? I won't be surprised if by Friday they say, oh, it's now 11.5. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, I would wait this one out and take the Commanders just to cover the spread. I'd probably wait till that thing gets to double digits, which I'm sure it will in the next day or so. I'd probably and I'm biased, of course, but I think Washington can at least keep it within 10 points.
Well, the problem you're going to have is this week you're going to get a lot of public money.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, the sharp guys do it early. They do it late. You're going to get a lot of public money. I do not believe it's going to move up. I think it's going to sit at this number for a little bit. Take a look at kickoff. I think if it gets down to 8, 7.5, 8, right in that range, it's going to go right back up. It's going to be interesting, but that's a huge jump.
That jump is unbelievable.
That's a big time jump.
That's as big of a jump as you'll ever see.
So we'll go around the room very quick. I posed the question, who should be on upset alert? It is our Pacer payroll poll question. Chime in on the X at Drive Johnny D this morning. Who should be on upset alert? You got to pick one. Upset alert coming up this weekend. J-Lo, I'll start with you.
I'm going to start with the Philadelphia Eagles because I love this LA Rams team. They looked so good last night against such a good Vikings defense, and they've looked good ever since they got all their weapons back. They just look unbelievable. I think the Rams are going to put the Eagles on upset alert. The Eagles, I might just be a petty Commanders fan. I'm still not all in on the Eagles. It's just, I don't know about the Jalen Hurts situation. They'll run the ball, that's for sure, but the Rams defense is really good. I think they could stop Saquon Barkley. I just don't think the Eagles can get it done. Give me the Rams in the upset.
Okay. Suave.
I will join J-Lo by saying the Rams, but the reason why I'm going with the Lions. The Lions defense. They have zero.
You were such a fanboy.
I said I would go with the Eagles first, but then I started thinking about the Lions. The Lions defense. They have literally no defense. Yeah, they got a high-power offense, but they have nobody on the defense. So if you have nobody on the defense, who are you going to have that's going to catch up with Jaden Daniels? Who are you going to have that's going to catch up with Terry McLaurin? Yes, I get it. Detroit have a great offense. Well, Gibbs.
It's going to be a shootout.
Brown, it's going to be a shootout.
It's like a college-level game.
Exactly. So but I will say, because I will go with the Rams number 1, and then number 2 be the Lions. I mean, the Eagles be number 1 and 2 be the Lions.
Okay. All right. Still got a little bit of fanboy going on. No doubt about it. I think
it's reasonable.
Hey, look, 2 weeks ago, the Lions had about 19 dudes on IR.
Yeah.
Not sure how many were going to be ready to go. There is a reason the Lions are the number 1 seed. They've been really good, really consistent all year long. Dan Quinn tried to do his best impersonation of Dan Campbell. No doubt about it in Tampa.
I saw it speak last night.
That still concerns me a little bit going to Detroit. It really does. But look.
It's the Dan Bowl.
The Commanders have done it all year long on 4th down, so God bless them. And we'll talk to Chris Russell coming up in the 8 o'clock hour more about this one. My first gut instinct, believe it or not, I'm going to say the Kansas City Chiefs.
Get out of here. No.
Wow.
No.
I am stunned.
I'm going to say the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is going against everything you believe in.
It goes against everything I believe in. I just got a little bit of a gut feeling, man. The Texans really impressed me defensively this past week against the Chargers. They had no business dominating that game. And I think that D'Amico Ryans has rallied that locker room a little bit about what they've been hearing for the past month about they're not a very good football team. They don't deserve to be here. C.J. Stroud is not the same quarterback as he was last year, which is all true.
Yep.
However, Kansas City has played tightrope the entire season. I'm not saying Kansas City is going to lose this football game, but I have to, out of all 4 of them, if you're talking about underdogs, I think the Houston Texans have got a legitimate shot of going on the road and making it difficult for the Kansas City Chiefs just because of that D. And look, don't look now. Kansas City's offense has not been a juggernaut all year. That is not going to change in a week. They're going to be a little bit healthier, but it will not change in 1 week. I think, by the way, Philadelphia rolls the Rams. I think this is what Philadelphia has been waiting for. They got week 1 under their belt. They can now exhale. Saquon Barkley is a leader. He's motivated. And I think they are going to roll the Rams coming up this week. What's the weather forecast at Philly this week there, J-Lo? We got a weather forecast?
Check that out. It's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. It's not going to be like Glendale, Arizona. It will be cold in Philadelphia for Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and a cast of hundreds for the Rams.
It's looking like it's going to be a high of 39 and a low of 26 with the wintry mix.
Snow?
Wintry mix.
Yeah, we got a little bit of snow.
Get ready, baby. We're going to be running that football.
It's cold in Philadelphia.
Here's my prediction, too. Saquon Barkley will get about 87 carries on this weekend.
More like 92.
Right. Going to get a lot of carries.
He's going to get a lot of carries.
One of our Pacer payroll poll questions is up and rolling. Who is on upset alert this weekend? The divisional schedule is set. Love to get your thoughts on that. Hit us up on the X at Drive Johnny D. You could also chime in at YouTube this morning at Cova Sports TV. And the Tell 'em Kellum Talk and text line is open all morning long, 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. A reminder, this segment of the Morning Drive is brought to you by the brand new Bagel Baker Deli. Opening at 7 a.m. this morning. Got about, about 20 minutes to get there.
Yes, sir.
Right? Oversized sandwiches, breakfast all day long. J-Lo got the classic yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm
outstanding.
thinking about a little plain bagel with a little sausage, a little hash brown, scrambled egg, salt, pepper. You know my little cheat code there, Suave, a little butter. Got to put that butter. Look at Suave's eating at the moment. He can't even talk. I started talking about Bagel Baker. He started eating on the other side of the glass.
Hey.
Just what I need.
Is this compliments of Mama Lo, J-Lo?
This is me.
Oh, I got to try these. See, you got duped on this one. We'll discuss coming up on the other side. But visit thebagelbakerdeli.com. That's thebagelbakerdeli.com.
He might want to take us out.
Yeah, Taste of New York right here in the 757. It's the all-new Bagel Baker Deli. Hey, straight ahead, Suave cracks open the entertainment page. We'll discuss Will Ferrell back in the news. This story is great. I actually saw this interview. You will enjoy this. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Traffic is congested on Interstate 564 westbound this morning with heavy delays between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. Otherwise, your morning commute is going smoothly. From Virginia Beach to Norfolk via 264 westbound, drive time is 20 minutes. And from Newport News to Norfolk, drive time is 31 minutes via Interstate 64 eastbound. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
You don't need a job site, you need a hiring platform. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Since 2001, OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage has been serving Hampton Roads residents by redefining the lending process.
Did you know that the minimum limits in Virginia are $30,000? $30,000 is a lot of money on an individual basis, but if you're involved in a personal injury matter, that's not enough. Here at Williams Lloyd's, we're happy to provide a consultation on the amount of coverage you have in your vehicle. It can be confusing. Not many people understand it. You know you need to have it, but do you have enough? Give us a call today at 757-547-5555 so we can help you prepare in the case of an automobile accident or any other personal injury matter that you or your family may find yourself in.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
.com. 844-255-2475 for details.
Larry King Law. You've driven this interstate 100 times. You practically know every turn, tree, and landmark along the way. So much so, you were surprised when the oncoming car did not see you. If you have been injured in an interstate accident, call 757-INJURED for Larry King Law. Get the help you need. Don't delay. Call Larry King Law, 757-INJURED.
Power failures are preventable with a Kellum Mechanical installed Honeywell automatic standby generator. Call today to live your Southside life uninterrupted. Yep, comfy house, warm food, hot showers, even Wi-Fi all day. Financing with credit approval. KellumMechanical.com.
The Fox Sports Radio 1310 new mobile app is designed to bring you closer to the action than ever before. Its features include open mic, get your voice heard, be part of the discussion, and connect with fellow passionate sports fans. 24/7 live streaming, plus contests and giveaways where you can enter for your chance to take home amazing prizes. The app also includes local events and sports news and updates. Download the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app today from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and experience a new level of sports entertainment. You are listening to The Morning Drive on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM. And always free on the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app.
Great to be with you on a Tuesday morning. Yours truly, Johnny D. Suave J-Lo. The Morning Drive. Tell them Talk. Text line is open. Open line Tuesday. 757-497-1310 is the phone number. We'll take your thoughts. Couple of topics on the table this morning. Who's on upset alert? Now that the NFL schedule is set, coming up this weekend, Philadelphia is taking on the Rams, KC taking on the Houston Texans. You got, of course, the Commanders taking on the Detroit Lions, and those Buffalo Bills taking on Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens. So I'd love to get your thoughts on that, 757-497-1310. Also, the Pacer payroll poll questions are up and rolling on the X. So you could chime in on that. I got a couple of text messages I want to get to. Do I got a couple of minutes here?
Yes, you do.
Absolutely.
You
got plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of minutes.
I know you got a lot of topics on the entertainment page this morning there, Suave. I just want to make sure.
Hey, if you want to knock it down, we can knock it down on 102. Don't just go ahead. We got 10 minutes.
Right. Hey, I know I missed the scoreboard again. Just very quickly. Who's got the scoreboard this morning?
I got it really quick.
Can we just go over the local action? What did I miss in local last night?
Only local really that happened last night was Morgan State beating Norfolk State men's basketball. They won 78-74
What are we doing?
in MEAC play.
I mean, all of a sudden, Norfolk State hires a football coach and they can't win a basketball? What are we doing here there, Suave?
Hey,
Suave, you're in Norfolk State.
Every dog has a day. We lost. All right, pick up, go on another one.
That's really the only local action that was going on last night.
What's the next time ODU plays? We got to get Mike Jones
They're coming
back
out
in the program.
Thursday against App State at home.
Okay. I got to write this down.
You get Mike Jones soon?
Yeah, we got to get Mike Jones back on.
Absolutely.
I got to ask him why he feels the need to coach in a double-breasted suit. I just don't understand.
You are not going to let that go.
I'm not going to let it go. I'm sorry, I'm not going to let it go.
Suave, next time we make one of these bets with Johnny, we got to say if he loses, he's got to coach his next middle school game.
Oh, absolutely
in the
not. Middle school is over this week.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's already over?
It's going to be over this week. Yeah, it's a short season. These kids.
We got to make it out for 2 games, Suave.
No, I mean, you're not going to make it out. We're done. We're done. High school continues on, as you know, into February.
Exciting. I'll tell you what, there's some good matchups coming up. You know, Friday night, Lansdowne and Kellum.
I know, J-Lo. You got all this excitement for Lansdowne and Kellum, J-Lo. I get it. They're good. Totally understand it. Why don't you be a fan of somebody who nobody roots for? Like First Colonial.
I'm going to come out to an FC game. Coming up soon.
You got to come out to an FC game.
Absolutely.
You will enjoy yourself.
I will enjoy myself.
That's for sure.
I'm excited.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of points.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that.
Yep.
Not a lot of but a lot of points.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm
sort
excited
of like
to go
my
to
college
FC.
career, man. A lot of points, not a lot of D.
The team
You've been
resembles
perfect to
him.
play in this day and age. Then.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be a rock star.
It's a shame you played when you did, huh?
Yeah, I'd be an absolute rock star today. The fact that I played absolutely no defense, and I'm not afraid to admit it. That's right. You know what my nickname was?
Mr. O?
Nope. Johnny No D. Not just Johnny D, but Johnny No D. But that's okay.
Johnny No D.
That's okay. I've learned from it.
All right. That way it'd be James Harden. Let's go.
All right, 646. Let's kick it over to Suave, the entertainment page.
DJ, have some text messages you want to get through?
Oh, you want me to get to these very quickly?
Yeah.
I'll get to it very quickly.
All about the fans.
Hold on. Let me pull it up here. The Tell 'em Callum Talk and Text line is open this morning for you on a Tuesday, 757 497 1310. A couple of topics this morning. Number one, who should be on upset alert in the NFL playoffs coming up this weekend? Want to get your thoughts on that. Also, we talked a little bit about Sam Darnold, if anybody cares. Has he turned back into a pumpkin? Is the joyride over for Sam Darnold? So get your thoughts on that. Also, we're talking Dion. We'll get into more Dion in hour number 2. But is Dion the man for Big D? Is that what Big D needs? We'll get into that conversation. But if you want to hit us up on the text, the 804 upset alert should be the Lions. Aaron Glenn's defense can't handle JD. Thoughts, Suave?
That's what I've been saying. That's exactly what I've been saying. Because they don't have no defense. So now you got to worry about JD. You got to worry about Terry McLaurin. And now apparently the unsung hero, Dynamic Brown, you got to worry about him too. So it's like you got more weapons to worry about. And that's why I said I'm kind of confident there's going to be a shootout, but I'm confident our offense can produce. Because the Bucks have a great defense. Well, good
Has
defense.
anyone this year really contained Jaden Daniels? When he's healthy, 100% healthy, no question marks on the health.
Oh, that's true. But
That's a great question.
Because I know Philly did, but again, the whole healthy, that was such a weird weekend.
You're talking about the first Philly game,
yes,
obviously.
the first one, yes.
Yeah.
What did Baltimore do against Jaden?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Jada balled.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but he was right there with Lamar.
Oh, I got
he
you.
balled in that game. Interesting.
Really, nobody. Yeah,
that's a great question.
I think Tampa Bay did a good job in the first half of keeping him from being on the run, but still, his passing game destroyed them. And then in the second half, obviously, he took over a little bit.
Texter 757. Same old Sam Darnold in Minnesota. Someone will be dumb enough to sign them. Time for JJ in Minnesota.
We got a Blake Bortles situation here.
I wouldn't look. He's not as bad as Blake Bortles.
Blake was bad.
I mean,
Blake was bad.
I'll never forget that situation.
Darnold had a couple of bad weeks, but he was not as bad as Blake Bortles. And somebody will pay Sam Darnold.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Somebody will be dumb enough in the NFL to give him a bag.
Yep.
He may not be $50 million plus, but he's still going to get paid.
So while we talking about this, I got the stats for him. Jaden Daniels and the Ravens. He was 24-35 for 269 yards and 2 touchdowns when he ran 6 times for 22 yards.
Yeah, our resident Cowboy fan chimed in this morning.
Oh, Hank.
It says the Cowboys. What did Daniels do against the Cowboys in both those meetings?
Well, I know he's going to talk to 2. We can't really say anything because the second game, second half, Mariota came. But I'll check on the first one. But if I recall, then Jaden Daniels almost threw a game. I think he actually did decent against the Cowboys, but I'll check it right for you.
All right, let me get to one more text,
Go right
and we'll
ahead.
get to the entertainment page. And also, let's say the 757 chimes in. Eagles' tough road continues. How does a 2 seed get such a tough draw? Look, not an easy draw for the Eagles because if you remember, a lot of people were all over Green Bay. Green Bay was sort of that sexy pick. Philadelphia handled it. And because Minnesota, being the higher seed last night, lost, the way it works out, they get the Rams. 100% correct. I mean, Philadelphia was given a tough draw. But they're going to handle it. Again, at home, they're going to handle it. They're going to be just fine. I'm telling you, I made this comment yesterday on the program. Philadelphia is a true professional football team.
Absolutely.
They're going to choke you out. And that's what they're going to do against the Rams. They're going to choke them out. They're going to grind it. They're going to possess the ball. They're going to run. They're going to run. They're going to run. You got to make Jalen Hurts throw the football. By the way, he's got 2 really good wide receivers to throw to as well. And Philadelphia's D's been great.
They have.
So if you want to hit us up via the Tell McCallum Talking text line, 757-497-1310 on an open line Tuesday. All right, here's Suave with the entertainment page this morning.
Want to know what's happening outside of sports? Here's what's trending in entertainment with Suave.
Crank it up, J-Lo. Crank it up, man.
You know what? Welcome to the culture, Johnny D. Welcome.
Man, I got that white man overbite going right now. They're Suave.
I love it. I love it. But what's trending in entertainment? Let me tell y'all something. I was scrolling last night, trying, looking to say, okay, what would be a good thing? I came across this story, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Men, I want all my men to listen.
Oh boy.
Do not, I repeat, do not give a woman a reason. Because let me tell y'all something. The FBI, the CIA, the ATF, the DEA has nothing when a woman is mad. They have nothing what she will go through to get back at you. What I mean by that is there's a story on the Drew Barrymore talked about it. I'm gonna go ahead and show it. There you go. While I talk about it. So Drew Barrymore on her show said this, that she once made an ex watch her have drinks with the woman her ex was cheating on her with. And the story goes like this.
That's
y'all.
Spectacular, by the way. I don't even need to hear the story.
You don't need the story?
That tells you everything you need to know. Right?
Yes. For the fans, in case y'all want to hear the story, this will happen. So she says this, and I quote, she found out her ex-boyfriend was cheating on her. And this was decades ago. She took all his stuff in the house, put it in the car, and rolled the car down the driveway and left it there and just walked away.
Well, look, it's not only a great story, I think somebody's got a little bit of crazy in them. Just throwing it out there.
I mean,
that takes a little bit of crazy.
Have you ever watched the movie Wait to Exhale?
It takes a little bit of crazy.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a little bit of crazy.
So my people,
Too much for me.
He was psychotic. I mean, but what? That's not the big thing. So next, what she says is they at a bar, and she said that she made the woman and her have a drink and made her ex-boyfriend sit there. She told him straight up, "You're gonna sit here. You're gonna listen to the two of us talk. So shut up and listen." Then she drove him home, looked at him, and told him, "Get out." And honestly, this is why I say when it comes to women, if you do this, the stuff they will go for it. This is why you don't treat women bad, because when they start getting that mind, I'm trying to tell y'all, FBI, CIA, DEA have nothing on a woman. When she's mad, and she will show you what she'll go through. I saw that story and I was like, you know what? I looked at my lady and said, I love you. I ain't do nothing. That was a him. I'm not in that
Should
ballpark.
I be taking notes right now?
Johnny D, should we school him now?
Let's move on to the next story. There's not enough time in this show to help him out. Yeah.
Okay.
How about you grow facial hair first, and then we worry about relationships second. Deal.
Okay.
You might be called the babyface assassin. There you go. Hey.
What did you just say?
The babyface assassin.
The babyface assassin.
Hey,
Please don't make that into a thing on next.
Oh no, Hank, help me out. Hank, help me out.
No.
But yes, also before we went on break, I love Will Ferrell, and honestly, he is the greatest. So what happens was, at a hockey game, he is dressed up as Bad Elf, and I'm gonna show you just what he looked like. You gotta love this. This is Will Ferrell, dressed as Bad Elf, and what's even better about this is that he discussed it, like Johnny D said. There was an interview with the Kelsey brothers.
Yeah.
So we actually have that video for y'all to look at. We're going to just play a snippet of it. So, J-Lo, go ahead and let the viewers listen to why he does what he do. I mean, I love Will Ferrell.
Which one is this?
Right there.
Suave? This one?
Next up, Will Ferrell, the hilarious actor, stopped by the latest episode of Jason and Travis Kelce's podcast, New Heights, and channeling his most beloved characters, Will told the guys about his decision to bring back Buddy the Elf. Did you see this in the news?
This is amazing.
I was at a Kings game lately. He brought Buddy the Elf as a disgruntled spectator at a hockey game.
Buddy the Elf got laid off, I think. From the North Pole.
Next up, Will Ferrell, the hilarious actor, stopped by the latest.
Ferrell is an LA Kings season ticket holder. He's a big hockey guy to begin with. And I was watching the New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis Kelce. And they were talking about this. And he said, look, I just went to my wife one day and I said, wouldn't it be funny if I go to a Kings game because they got seats right on the glass and I got a cigarette and I haven't shaved and it's like Buddy the Elf in the offseason. Just having a tough offseason. This is how the mind thinks for him. He also talked a little bit about what he played the security guard at, I believe it was a Clippers game or a Lakers game when he threw Shaq out.
Yes.
It was pretty funny. That nobody knew. He borrowed the uniform, snuck it into the arena, then put it on. And the other security guards were like, oh, this is cool. You do what you got to do. Not a problem. He's great.
He's great.
Fantastic.
And honestly, yo, this is my favorite movie from Will Ferrell. There's got to be Step Brothers. I know we got Dad, Elf, other guys. Not at a Roxbury, but Step Brothers to me is one of my favorites. And Johnny D, I see you shake your head. What's your favorite Will Ferrell movie?
Well, we'll talk more about it when we have a little bit more time. I've never seen Step Brothers.
See it today.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
See it today.
Not the entire movie, though.
See it tonight.
Okay. I'll mark it down.
Write it down. Yep. So while Johnny D's doing that, let's go ahead and head to break. The second hour's coming. It's the 7 o'clock hour. You know what that means. He's back better than ever. And he's got a lot to talk about. The Scroll of Hate is coming right now on the Morning Drive with Johnny D. Powered by Cover Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cover Sports TV. Let's hit it.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Lots of sunshine today with high temperatures in the low 40s. For tonight, we'll see partly cloudy skies with a passing snow shower, but little to no accumulation expected. Back to sunshine for Wednesday, but cold and windy. High temperatures only in the mid-30s, but it'll feel more like the 20s with the wind. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
It's time for a Fox Sports 50 with Dino on Fox Sports 1310.
The NFL divisional round of the playoffs.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us. And the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit covapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
Depend on AM radio. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping the public safe in dangerous times. No matter what the reason, Fox Sports 1310 AM is here to serve you. Visit wearebroadcasters.com to learn more and tell us how you depend on AM.
The Doug Gottlieb Show.
Okay, let's start with this. Finally nailed it, Gottlieb.
The Bears asked to talk to Mike McCarthy about their coaching job. And here's what's weird, obviously, is Jerry Jones saying, hey, talk to him, talk to anybody. And then when they actually asked to talk to him, now Jerry Jones said you can't actually talk to Mike McCarthy.
The Doug Gottlieb Show. Weekday afternoons 3 to 5 on Fox Sports 1310.
We are Fox Sports.
You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM, W265EF Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310. Buckle up. It's time for your morning drive time headlines with Suave on Fox Sports 1310.
Good morning. It is 7 a.m. and this is your Fox Sports Update. In Monday Night Football, the final wildcard round game took place between the 5-seed Minnesota Vikings and the 4-seed LA Rams in Arizona. The Rams took the victory by a score of 27-9. Matthew Stafford threw for 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Rams defense combined for 9 sacks. After that victory, the Rams are set to take on the 2-seed Philadelphia Eagles Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. on NBC. Breaking news in the NFL, Mike McCarthy is out at the head coach position in Dallas. McCarthy is expected to interview with the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. It has been reported that Deion Sanders has been connected with Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys for the head coaching vacancy, and they will continue dialogue throughout the week. In the NBA, the Houston Rockets defeat the Memphis Grizzlies 120-118. Jalen Green had 42 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. In MEAC play last night, the Spartans of Norfolk State fall to Morgan State by a score of 78-74. Cameron Hobbs had 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Bears. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cobra Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310 AM, 100.9 FM, and always streaming live on YouTube at Cobra Sports TV. With myself, Suave, and Johnny D, let's get to it.
Broadcasting live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D. Powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310.
Good to be with you. Hour number 2 of the radio program. We call it the Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D, Suave J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. A reminder, we are streaming live and in living color this morning on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Follow us on the X at Drive Johnny D as we will update our numerous poll questions this morning. The Pacer payroll poll questions are up and rolling, so you can chime in on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D. And it's an open line on a Tuesday. Whatever you want to talk about, the talk and text line is open to tell them, talk and text line at 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. A couple of topics on the table this morning. Of course, who is on upset alert now that the divisional round of the playoffs is set? Want to get your thoughts on that? Sammy Darnold, does he turn back into a pumpkin after 2 weeks? Want to get your thoughts on that? And, of course, we got to talk some Cowboys football this hour. There's Suave talking about the boys. All right, the boys are back in the news. Of course, the breaking news yesterday, Mike McCarthy is done in Big D. Him and Jerry Jones cannot come to an agreement on the coaching vacancy there. So Mike McCarthy, I think, is set to interview for the Chicago Bears job. So the conversation is who's going to be next for the Dallas Cowboys? Well, according to sources, the Cowboys begin their search for a new head coach, and team owner and general manager Jerry Jones has discussed the role with the one and only Colorado coach Deion Sanders. While no interview has been scheduled, there is mutual interest in keeping the dialogue about the vacancy open, according to sources. Quote, to hear from Jerry is truly delightful, and it's intriguing, Sanders told ESPN. I love Jerry. I believe in Jerry. After you hang up and process it and think about it, it's intriguing. But I love Boulder and everything there is about our team, coaches, our student body, and the community. Now, if you remember, Deion played for the Dallas Cowboys, in the mid-'90s? I think 95 to 99. He won that Super Bowl, in 96, I believe it was, for the Dallas Cowboys.
Won in 95 against the Chargers?
I thought he won it in Super Bowl in 96.
I'll check that for you.
Yeah, check it out. Just fact check me on that one.
I know it was against the Steelers.
He signed a 5-year, close to a $30 million deal with Colorado. I believe he's got an $8 million buyout, which is not a lot for any college or NFL team that hires him. So, the question becomes, is that a perfect fit in Big D? In fact, we're going to put it up on the poll this morning. 2 questions on the poll this morning there, Suave. Number 1, is the Cowboys' job the most coveted in football? A former great for the Dallas Cowboys says no. And how are the Cowboys fans feeling about a reunion to Big D with Prime? So want to get your thoughts on that? Hit us up on the X at Drive Johnny D. It is our Pacer payroll poll question. And, of course, if we talk Cowboys, we got to talk to this man.
Uh-oh.
He is the one and only. He is the most coveted radio guest.
He's here.
In Sports Talk Radio.
He's here, Ralph.
He is maybe the liaison between Jerry Jones and one Deion Sanders. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for the Scroll of Hank.
3, 2, 1. Time to open the scroll.
The one and only Cowboy fan, Hank. It is time again for the Scroll of Hank. Good morning, Hank.
Good morning, gentlemen. How we doing? I don't even have to ask how the other two are doing.
We know how they're doing.
That was kind of a redundant question, I think. But
we know how they're doing.
I'm excited for Mike McCarthy. Good for him. Get out of that. Stop letting that dude drag your career down, man.
Now, which dude are we talking about?
Come on,
you know he's talking about.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, but people that are tuning into the radio program for the first time, they do not know the disgust that Hank has for his quarterback in Dallas.
Right. Well, I mean, think about this, man. Last year was Dan Quinn's fault, right? Because our QB throwing pick sixes and interceptions on our 19-yard line, and we can't even make it a halftime. So this year, the scapegoat is McCarthy after our quarterback calls out his teammates, talking about they're awful, and then quits on us. So that's the coach's fault. Nothing is ever the fault of QB4. So, I mean, you ask me, is it an attractive job? It is, except for that dude, because when you come in, it's going to be your fault if you lose, and it's going to be all about QB4 if you win. So be ready for that. But I'm going to tell you what, Deion has already made it clear he wants Shador to be his quarterback, and I got a solution for my Cowboys on how to make this happen.
Oh, boy.
We could trade Dak, and 2 years ago I wanted us to trade him to the Texans and draft C.J. Stroud. And if you don't believe me, I have the receipts because I posted on my Facebook page with one of them goofy little things that they got up there you can use. So I posted that. This year, the Cowboys need to trade that. You need to go to them and say, look here, man, you're out. We're tired of your mess. We're going to trade him to the Titans. And, everybody says he has to approve it. Well, Dak likes country music. And what better place to go for a country music fan than Nashville, Tennessee? So we trade him to the Titans and draft Shador. I don't care that he's not the best player. If you want Deion, you got to take Shador, and you got to probably draft Shiloh or whatever his kid. Y'all talking about Patrick Mahomes' kid's name, Shiloh? Come on, bro.
Shiloh.
Come on, Deion, Shiloh, bro. I mean, come on.
But let's
you
be honest here.
All right,
let's be honest, Hank. Are we too sure that the Titans would be interested?
Yeah, it gives you some relevance. I've told y'all, Dak is what they call a proven commodity. To most people, right? Not to me. I mean, he proves everything to me. He proves me as a choker. That's what he proves to me. So, but to other people, they look at things like stats, and he won 12 games 3 straight years. When technically, Cooper Rush won 4 of those that 1 year. So, did he really win 12 games 3 straight years? So, again, yeah, I'm out on Dak. I've been out on him. Look, Kellen Moore, Scott Linehan, Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn, and Jason Garrett. Those are downfalls at the hands of our QB. We've had Tyron Smith's career roll out. We've had Zach Martin's entire career. So far, he's wasted CeeDee Lamb and Michael Parsons' careers. Just think about all the people that have come through this team that haven't done anything with the guy at the helm. So, yeah, I'm glad Mike McCarthy left. He's tired of getting blamed for somebody else not being able to function.
So Hank, the question is, the conversation with Deion Sanders, is that a thumbs up for the Scroll of Hank or a thumbs down?
I mean, I don't care. I mean, if he comes in, that'd be great. But I don't. Look, I'm a believe it when I see it kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it when it happens. Okay, at a certain point, are we just a train wreck? Is that what's going on here? Everybody just wants to see Dallas continue to do stupid stuff?
No, it's Jerry being Jerry. Jerry loves the headlines.
Yeah.
I think the sneaky good story that I read yesterday afternoon was Jason Witt.
Oh boy!
Yeah, right?
And
if you look at the narrative, Hank, if you look at the narrative, Jason Witt is perfect to be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. He's perfect, man. He's another puppet.
Yeah.
He's another puppet. That's what he is.
The second most overrated player in Cowboys history.
Wow.
Woo! I mean, think about it, man. If you switched out Greg Olson, in Carolina, and put Witten over there with Cam Newton, you think he's got the same stats? No. But Olsen will come right in, and everybody loves Witten. And I'm going to tell you right now, Witten, Sean Lee, and Jason Garrett were instrumental in getting Dez Bryant out of Dallas. Y'all didn't know that, but I do. I call them the triumvirate because Dez was not well liked, and I love him. Dez was probably my favorite Cowboys player ever because he used to get so mad about not getting the ball. You know, he's the diva before the divas came about at the wide receiver position. And I used to tell people all the time, hell, I was mad before Dez was mad. I was like, it's 3rd and 17, and y'all are throwing a screen pass to Witten who gets tackled by the first guy. Throw the screen pass to Dez and let that dude break some tackles and make some plays. So, yeah, I can't stand Jason Witten. Look, they're pushing Hank out the door. Is what they're doing.
They are trying. They are trying.
Unbelievable.
They're trying to get Hank off of that Dallas Cowboy train
so that they can win a Super Bowl as soon as he does.
They can have it, bro. They can have it. I would not celebrate. I'm telling you right now. I openly root against this team. I told y'all last year my favorite play of the year was Dak's pick 6 against Green Bay. I literally jumped off my couch and cheered when he did that. Because I'm sitting there going, I knew what was going to happen. He wasn't going to take none of the blame. How many players, how many quarterbacks are going to sit there on the sidelines talking bad about his teammates to the backup quarterback and get away with it? Nobody talked about it. Not John Machota, not that Shan Sheriff who blocked me on Twitter, not who else? R.J. Ochoa, another bebop who runs Blog and the Boys. That ain't nothing but a Dak propaganda site. And I disgust him. I can't stand my own team, and that bothers me. Because I've been a Cowboys fan since I knew what football was.
So this may be a stupid question. I just got to ask it at least once. The Dallas Cowboys get rid of Dak Prescott this offseason. I'm not saying they will. They probably won't. But say they do. Is Hank officially back rooting for the Cowboys week in and week out?
Bruh, I'll be celebrating. I'll throw a party. I'll make that my new birthday. I ain't lying to you. It's like a rebirth of the scroll.
It's
at
like
that point.
It's like when the Commanders sold the team from the previous ownership. It's like a national holiday for us now.
I mean, just kind of understand where I'm coming from, okay? Because think about this. We should have done to the Packers last year what the Eagles did. We should have chopped them up and spit them out. But and people want to blame the defense, and I'm telling you right now, we quit at halftime. The defense quit. They're like, man, the Packers players after last year's game said they knew the game was over at the end of the first quarter. They knew. Yeah. They said the quarterback had a deer in the headlights. This is all written out. This is not just me coming up with it. They said it. You can't go into a playoff game because people blame the defense. That's how y'all got Dan Quinn and Dorrance Armstrong and Dante Fowler.
Not complaining.
Because
I'm not complaining.
All Cowboys fans were somehow how bad they were. Dude, it's terrible. Fowler hasn't done anything all year. He's a freaking beast, man. But that's what you get when you deal with Cowboys fans. That's why so many people hate Cowboys fans, because they're knuckleheads. They don't really know anything. They get emotionally attached to people like Jason Witten. That dude didn't break a tackle the last 5 years he was in Dallas. And think about this, okay, he's supposed to be so good. He got over 1,000 career receptions. How many plays of Jason Witten's career do you remember? I remember one. The one time he got his helmet knocked off.
I'm about to say the same thing,
Cowboys,
too. Yeah,
that's the only play in the history of the 1,000 catches that Jason Witten had that anybody remembers.
All right, let's keep the. Hey, look, Hank, man, we got to keep this train moving. You are contractually obligated to a 10-minute radio hit on the scroll of Hank. So let's ask him the poll questions this morning there, Suave. The Pacer payroll poll questions this morning. They are up and rolling on the X at Drive Johnny D. We always appreciate Hank's insight. He's always got something to add with the poll questions. What do we got this morning, Swab, for Hank?
Sure thing. So let's go with the first one. The first one is, who should be on upset alert in the divisional round? The Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles, or the Detroit Lions?
I don't know where this is.
Come on, y'all. Y'all know where I've been.
Yeah,
And y'all think I've been riding just to flip the script. But it ain't that way. I am all in on Washington. I've always liked Dan Quinn. Thornton and Fowler are my guys. That's right. I knew y'all were gonna throw that there, so I set it on the tee for y'all to hit it out the park. and y'all know I'm a Luvu guy. Luvu's been quiet. Watch Frankie have a game this weekend. Just watch for it. He gonna ball out.
I love Luvu. I'd hope he would.
All right. So our next one goes to this question: is the Dallas Cowboys head coaching job the most coveted in the NFL?
Ain't y'all talking about it?
Oh,
yeah, we're the Cowboys, bro.
Talk that talk, Hank.
America's team. Don't ever forget that. They keep trying to take it away, and it ain't going anywhere. Hey, look, it ain't going anywhere. I'm going to tell y'all one of the things. Remember back in the day, Texas State had a hole in the roof, and the rumor was that was so Guy could watch his favorite team.
Yeah.
If Jerry was smart, he'd start opening that roof to the new stadium a lot more, because that's part of he's sabotaging his own team. You got to open up that roof again, Jerry, so Guy can start watching his team again.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
So next one is this. The Dallas Cowboys fans, would it be a perfect fit for the head coach to be Deion Sanders?
I think so. I do. It's the one way. It's the one way we can get rid of our team cancer. It is. If Deion comes, he's already told you he wants to coach his boys. So if I was sitting there and I was Dak, I would really be concerned about going somewhere else by the end of this year. I could see him getting traded, and you know, you got to. Jerry's one of them kind of people. He's going to do big deals. He's already said it. Some of the best things he's ever done was just randomly happening, like buying the Cowboys. He won't think about buying a football team, and he's like, you know what? Let me go do this. So, yeah. Let's go get Deion. Let's turn this program around. I mean, he did it at Colorado. He did it at Jackson State. You telling me people don't want to play for Deion? We have free agents lining up to come to Dallas at that point.
All right. That's going to wrap it up. It's been another installment. He is the one and only, the most sought-after radio guest at Hampton Roads. We have him right here each and every morning on the Morning Drive. It's the Scroll of Hank. Hank, greatly appreciated as always. Looking forward to the Scroll tomorrow.
The Scroll tomorrow might be emotional, y'all. I seen a program last night, made me cry twice.
Oh, boy, here we go. We're not talking about 90 Day Fiancé, are we?
No, it won't. It won't. Who do you guys remember Chris Jackson? Some of y'all might know him, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
LSU.
Tomorrow.
Y'all know he had Tourette syndrome, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes.
This girl, man, last night.
Okay.
Has,
all right. That's a little bit of a tease. Okay, Hank, we'll talk about it tomorrow. I appreciate you. He is the one and only Scroll of Hank. If you missed any of the Scroll, you could check it out on our YouTube page at Cova Sports TV. We'll put it up on the X a little bit later on this afternoon at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at A Morning Drive Johnny D. I was just scrolling, by the way, the social media. There are a lot of comments about Deion and the possible trade of Dak Prescott to the Tennessee Titans. It's pretty hysterical. Just some of the things that people are talking about. It ain't going to happen. I'm going to tell you that right now. The Tennessee Titans, with the number one pick, are not going to touch with a 10-foot pole Dak Prescott. An injured Dak Prescott. They're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. One guy says Titans receive quarterback Dak Prescott. Cowboys receive 2025 number one overall, 2024 fourth, 2026 third. It ain't going to happen. Not going to happen at all. I don't think Deion is going to go to Dallas either. It's not going to get worked out.
No. If I had to choose a team, it would be the Raiders.
And in fact, I'll even go a step further, and I know tomorrow is our Hump Day Hot Takes. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Are you ready? Leverage play by Deion Sanders to get the Raiders job.
Yep. I believe that.
Deion Sanders has put it out there. Wants it leaked. People are talking about it. Man in demand. Force the hand a little bit of Tom Brady.
And
the
knowing
Vegas
Tom,
job.
how very competitive he is, he would probably do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Probably.
By the way, we've got Bard has chimed in on YouTube this morning at Cobra Sports TV on the chat box. Vikings stink. Thoughts? Can you respond, Suave? My thoughts are, yeah.
Yeah.
Not very good right now.
Yeah. Huh?
Didn't do what they needed to do. Hey, this segment of the Morning Drive is brought to you by the fine folks of
MillersHomeComfort.com.
That's right. Locally owned since 1978. 40 years of serving the comfort needs of Hampton Roads. Talking about heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical. Only one place to go.
MillersHomeComfort.com.
All right, look straight ahead. The game of the weekend that everybody is talking about. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, the Bills, and the Ravens. We start to break it down. Former offensive lineman, great, played his entire career, I believe, with the Buffalo Bills. Eric Wood stops by the program, friend of the program. That is coming up. It's the Morning Drive. Yours truly, Suave J-Lo. Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Traffic is congested on Interstate 564 westbound between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. And on Interstate 64 westbound, there are slowdowns between Chesapeake Boulevard and Little Creek Road. Finally, traffic is building on Interstate 64 eastbound between Settlers Landing Road and the HRBT. Otherwise, your morning commute is going with little delays. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
A place of your own. Virginia Housing makes it possible with homeownership loans, grants, and free classes. Learn more at virginiahousing.com.
If you're living with joint pain in your shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees, and you have Medicare or Medicaid insurance, coming to Rejuvenex to solve your pain problems is something you should strongly consider. First off, because our FDA-approved pain treatments have been shown in many cases to be highly effective at reducing inflammation and substantially alleviating pain. Secondly, Medicare and Medicaid cover Rejuvenex treatments, so your cost could be nothing, or next to nothing at all. Chronic pain will only worsen with age. This leads to a far more compromised lifestyle, depression, and soon they start talking surgery. And then what? You have to get in front of arthritis and chronic pain, because the sooner you do, by letting us begin to calm those pain points, the better. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and we can alleviate your pain so you can rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Coastal Virginia, are you ready for winter? Kellum Mechanical sure is. Right now, get a $49 heating, safety, and reliability inspection and make sure your system's ready to keep you cozy all season long. With nearly 3 decades of trusted service in the Virginia Beach area, Kellum Mechanical is the team you can count on. So, when it comes to your home's comfort and reliability this winter, tell them Kellum. Go to kellummechanical.com to schedule online today.
Are you ready to take control of your sports bets like never before? With the Juice Reel app, you can connect over 300 betting accounts like DraftKings, Caesars, and PrizePicks, and instantly track all your bets in one place. Imagine this: real-time updates on every bet, analytics on your betting history, seeing which bets hit, which missed, and where you shine. Whether it's straight bets or parlays, it's like checking your stock portfolio as the games play out. And when you're ready to place a new bet, Juice Reel lets you shop lines across every sportsbook. Think of it as Expedia for betting. Find the best odds every time. But that's not all. With Juice Reel, you can see where the best bettors are putting their money. Real, verified betting profiles mean real advice. You can even copy the bets of the top pros to boost your game. And yes, you can get paid if others want to follow your picks too. Juice Reel is a free app. Download Juice Reel today and turn your betting history into a powerful edge. Juice Reel. Track it, improve it, and bet with the best. Use promo code FOX25 for special benefits.
Come get lucky on St. Paddy's Day in Virginia Beach at the Yuengling Shamrock Marathon Weekend on March 14th through 16th. This legendary race weekend is a sellout event, so grab your spot today at shamrockmarathon.com.
The Doug Gottlieb Show.
Okay, let's start with this. Finally nailed it, Gottlieb. The Bears asked to talk to Mike McCarthy about their coaching job. And here's what's weird, obviously, is Jerry Jones saying, hey, talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to anybody. And then when they actually asked to talk to him, No, Jerry Jones said you can't actually talk to Mike McCarthy.
The Doug Gottlieb Show. Weekday afternoons 3 to 5 on Fox Sports 1310. The new home for the Hampton Roads sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, along with Suave and J-Lo on Fox Sports 1310 and live on Cova Sports TV.
Yes, we are back 7:25 on a Tuesday. It's an open line Tuesday. Anything you want to talk about, we open it up. It's Tell 'em Kellum Talk text line at 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. 1310. A reminder, the Pacer payroll poll question is up and rolling this morning on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram and Morning Drive Johnny D. So we will update that coming up here in a little bit. 7:45 this morning. What's trending in social media and sports? Suave will have a look. Adam Schefter has been on fire lately. Shefty giving his updates.
That's right.
Bill Belichick, did you notice last night, I believe, was the last installment of Billy Belichick on the Manning cast?
Yeah.
A little bit disappointing.
I know.
Did you see what the Manning said?
No, I did not. I did not watch the I watched a little bit of the traditional broadcast last night. I did not watch.
Yeah, that's all I watched too, but I saw this afterwards. They wore the cutoff sleeves in honor of Bill Belichick.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I thought Belichick was tremendous on the Manning cast this year.
Yep.
He's been tremendous on Pat McAfee's show. I think him and Nick Saban have been great on McAfee's show, and I think on the Manning cast. And, quarter zip, half zip, whichever way they want to go. Did you see that they are doing the Kick of Destiny?
Yeah.
This time for the Super Bowl?
Because they got a commercial
Were
for
they
it.
0 for 2 so far? Missed both kicks?
I don't know. That was Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Can
Whoever kicked it, yeah.
Is it too late to get Suave in for the Kick of Destiny?
Maybe for next year we can.
I think what we need to do.
Because we saw already outside, we could make a great case for Suave.
Look.
Just show him the tape.
This is what we need to do. J-Lo, after the show today, I need you to go on social media. I need you to tag FanDuel, Suave's kick.
Absolutely.
And say, hey, can we include Suave into the competition between Eli and Peyton Manning, if that's humanly possible?
I mean, Suave would be so much better and so much more fun to watch than the Mannings. And he'd have a much better chance. The Mannings throw, they don't kick.
This is one thing I have learned doing this radio program is a couple of things. Number one, I'm not very liked, and that's fine.
That's a lie.
I'm fine with that.
That's a lie.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
We already had the poll question
I'm very self-aware, and I understand that, and I embrace it. I embrace adversity on a regular basis.
Embrace the suck, huh?
One thing I have established is I embrace the suck.
Listen,
Thank
I
you.
got that from a mentor of mine when I used to umpire some baseball.
That's fine.
It's a great, I love it.
Like, you know what's funny about you? Like, you're going to offend me with that comment?
No.
I'm from New York. I heard that when I was 7. It's okay. It's going to be all right.
Honestly,
all right?
you can believe that.
Okay.
New York different.
So New York is different.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But the one thing I have learned is that people love Suave.
Absolutely.
They just absolutely adore. They gravitate to Suave. I don't know what it is. What is it about him?
He's funny. He's lovable.
He's lovable. I think that's a good word. Right?
How
Put
can
it
you
up.
not love Suave?
Hey, do me a favor. Put it up on the poll this morning. The Pacer payroll
Here
poll
we go.
question. Give me one word to describe Suave. Is he lovable? Give me a couple of options. Right? Is he lovable?
Comedic.
Is he relatable?
He's very relatable.
Is he comedic? Is he authentic? Right? Organic? Give me 4 choices up there in the Pacer payroll poll question.
You got
this
that,
morning.
Suave?
Because that's what I've established.
So I'm going to characterize myself?
Absolutely, yeah. Who knows yourself better than you?
You got to come up with 4 options. We gave you 4 right now. People love Suave on this radio program. I think they tolerate me. They love Suave. I think they're a little bit indifferent, Suave, on J-Lo.
Oh, that's messed up.
I don't think it's messed up.
That's not
I just,
no.
J-Lo's the type of dude where you don't have an opinion one way or the other. Right?
Yeah.
Is that not? It's not
That's
a.
the truth.
It's not a slap at you.
It's the truth.
I'm just saying. You just come across as someone who's not controversial whatsoever.
Correct.
You're going to be very guarded with your opinions and your words, right?
Yeah.
You're very scared at times. to really voice your opinion, correct?
It's probably correct, yeah.
Okay, it's not probably correct. It is correct.
This man just reading you like it ain't nothing. Like, seriously. Like,
That's what you are.
Say something.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But put it up on the poll this morning with Suave, right? Just put it up
Suave,
there.
we are starting your campaign today. Suave for the FanDuel kick of destiny.
We need to pull up again the YouTube video short of Suave, tag it to FanDuel, the kick of destiny, and say, why is this man not included on Super Bowl Sunday? That's all you got to say.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They brought me there. I was trying to not be a fanboy because I was going with my favorite quarterback of all time. It's Peyton Manning.
That's your favorite quarterback of all time?
Yes.
Why?
For one, he came from he's the reason I love Tennessee Volunteers.
Okay.
So that was the one. And number two.
Is it because of Omaha?
Oh no, this is way before Omaha. This was Tennessee Volunteers. You know, back in that day it was between him and Ryan Leaf, but I was always a Peyton Manning fan. And ever since he got to the NFL, I was a Peyton Manning fan. Then of course, like number two is, biased, but it's Michael Vick. So, okay. But yeah, Peyton's my favorite quarterback of all time, without question.
That's interesting. All right, so we're going to effort Eric Wood, if we could. Can you reach back out and make sure he's still good to go? Coming up at 7:30 this morning to talk a little Bills-Ravens coming up this weekend. So 7:45, Suave will be back with what's trending on social media. The 8 o'clock hour, it's Tuesday. You know what that means. Tuesday with Tomlin.
Oh, yeah.
We'll ask the head coach about his thoughts on Lamar Jackson, their quick exit into the playoffs, any interest in the Dallas opening, and the future of Pittsburgh. So we'll get into that with the coach coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. Also, Chris Russell, friend of the program, our Commanders Insider, will join us right around 8:30 this morning as we talk Commanders-Lions coming up this weekend. Should the Lions be on upset alert? Do the Commanders have a realistic shot of knocking off the Lions coming up this weekend? And then something or nothing coming up at 8:45. But joining us right now, man, he is one of the best in the business. And look, you guys know me. I'm a Bills guy.
Yeah, we know.
I'm a Bills Mafia guy. And I love my Buffalo Bills, going all the way back to the days before Jim Kelly, man. They had a guy by the name of Ferguson. They had a guy by the name of Cribbs. They also had a guy by the name of Eric Wood joining us here on the program. Good morning, sir. How are you? Looking forward to what should be a fantastic weekend at Orchard Park. How are we feeling? What are the vibes up in Buffalo right now?
You know, it's an exciting time. And the Bills end up as the number 2 seed. They had another strong year this year. But when you look at the landscape of the NFL right now, the 2 best teams in the entire NFL might be the Ravens and the Bills. And this one's going to be a big boy matchup at Orchard Park this weekend.
The thoughts in Buffalo, because, again, the first time around, it's a little bit different now the second time around, right? The first time around, we're pretty banged up on the defensive side of the football. I think offensively really did not establish that identity yet like they have right now with the running game. But how different is it the second time around for these two teams getting together? Not only the mentioned – I believe the first time they played, that was the first real true road test, I think, for Buffalo. Now they get them at home at Orchard Park.
Yeah, the first road test of the season was down in Miami, and the Bills had 50% of the crowd down there. So not a true road environment. Bills are riding high at 3-0. The Ravens come in with some desperation at 1-2, and they got beat in that game. But when you look at the second level of the Bills defense, Matt Milano was out, Terrell Bernard was out, Taron Johnson was out. Those are 3 pivotal and key players to this Bills defense. All of them out of the game that week. Von Miller, I believe that was the start of his suspension. That or he wasn't playing because of the game script of the Ravens. Expect him to play a role. His snap counts have been increasing these last couple weeks. And so when you look at it, it's a much different matchup at this point, even offensively for the Bills. You mentioned their identity. Yes, they've been able to establish the ground game a lot more, as the season has gone on. But we've seen great development from Coleman. We didn't have Cooper at the time. Samuel was still dinged up with the turf toe. Shakir left the game with injury. I mean, that's tough against a defense that's going to run a bunch of man-to-man and pressure you when you don't have guys that are ready to get open at that time.
Yeah, former Pro Bowl center, of course, with the Buffalo Bills. Now the radio analyst on the Bills radio network, Eric Wood, is joining us on the program as we break down Ravens and Bills coming up this weekend. Obviously, down here, we get to see a lot of that guy, Lamar. And he is electrifying. He's a guy that can move the sticks. When you think you got him, you don't have him. Your first surprise. Look, you've played against him. You know who he is. I mean, what is the hardest thing about Lamar? Forget about the athleticism. We all know about that. What is that one thing that people don't talk about with Lamar Jackson that is probably one of his greatest attributes?
Well, that's a great question. And look, I've been following him since he was 18 years old. He went to my alma mater in Louisville, Kentucky. So
Nice.
and I love the guy. I love him as a person. I loved him as a player, still do. I have a ton of respect for his game, how he's developed as a pocket passer. To answer your question, is probably the most underrated part of his game. But, he just puts so much pressure on a defense because you have to always account for him in the run game because he's not a quarterback that scrambles. Like the Bills played against Bo Nix last week, and he had a couple nice scrambles in the game, ran for maybe 40-ish yards. If you give that much space to Lamar Jackson, you've now given up 80 yards on just those few plays. And so, he can just beat you in multiple different ways. And, and I feel like his understanding of the game, of this NFL game and NFL defenses and how teams are trying to attack him is probably the most underrated part of his game.
A lot of talk about the MVP, obviously. And I think Josh Allen's been tremendous this year because you're talking about a guy who you lose Stephon Diggs, you lose Gabe Davis, you got a brand new offense coordinator. I know Joe Brady was there for about a half a season, but his first full year calling the plays. Yet I think Josh has really thrived and hasn't really tried to take that shot that he has taken in the last couple of years, right? He's been able to drop down the turnovers, the ability to spread the football around. How good is Josh Allen? Is he the MVP this year?
I think so. And you named a couple of the reasons. And, everyone wants to put up the stats, passing yards, rushing yards, touchdowns, interceptions. Well, that doesn't tell the whole story. Lamar Jackson has more turnovers on the season than Josh Allen. They don't put up total turnovers. They don't put up fumbles as well. It doesn't show the amount of quarters that Josh Allen didn't play this season because we were pulling him out of a game because we were beating a team too bad. And so Josh has also had to deal with the element. So if you're just looking at it from a stats perspective, then give it to Lamar. But if you're just looking at it from a stats perspective, it should have been Josh Allen a year ago. And so we've kind of flip-flopped on how we want to judge this. Is it team success and being the most valuable player to your organization and doing the most to bring wins to an organization that maybe doesn't have the top-end skill talent around you? Now, these guys are developing, and I have a lot of confidence in these guys in Buffalo, but, we didn't go out and add a Hall of Famer in Derrick Henry in the offseason. Flowers, Bateman, these guys are more dynamic. Mark Andrews still playing at a high level. Likely's evolved. All that being said, this was supposed to be a transition year for the Bills. So many people were picking the Jets or the Dolphins to win the division, and the Bills go out and dominate again, and Josh Allen has the most efficient season of his career. To me, he's the MVP.
Eric Wood is joining us here on the program, and, of course, Ravens and Bills coming up this weekend. Final question. Do offensive linemen make the best radio analysts?
That's a great question. Quarterbacks should, just based upon their understanding.
No, I think, look, O-linemen are the smartest, right? We've established this. You guys are the smartest.
I always hoped that my quarterback was the smartest one on the field. He can direct everyone. It's harder for the center to direct everybody on the field. But I feel like people relate to offensive linemen. We're the lunch bail guys. You look around, people, on their way to work, listening to talk radio, you probably relate to the offensive lineman a little bit more than you do maybe other positions out there.
Loving the memorabilia. What's the best piece of memorabilia behind you? Give me something there. What do we got?
Behind me,
I see the Louisville jersey.
Well, I'll say
That's
this guy right here is newer. This was Down Syndrome of Louisville, Humanitarian of the Year. This one here was Jim Kelly's golf tournament win from this year. I think that was the Legend of the Year for the Bills for on and off the field success. I better say these two game balls over here over this way because those are game balls that the Bills gave me when my kids were born. So I'll say those.
Nice. Two. Look at you, Eric, man. Always appreciate stopping by. Should be a great one this weekend. Baltimore Buffalo. Say hello to Sal for me. He always does a great job of the radio broadcast. I always try to make it a point, boys. Forget about the TV. I put on the WGR over there. Put on the radio broadcast. Listen to you guys. You guys do a great job. And hopefully we'll talk to you here in a couple of weeks. We're talking Super Bowl.
Yep, sounds good. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, buddy. Eric Wood joining us on the program. You can follow him, by the way, on the X at ewood70, former Pro Bowl center for the Buffalo Bills, now the radio analyst. And I totally agree when you're talking about MVP. And it's just not a numbers game. It's not a numbers game. Look, Lamar's got some great numbers. And in fact, I might bring this up Thursday or Friday on the program. I will challenge any Raven fan in our listening audience to come on this radio program and debate me over the MVP. I am so tired of this conversation. If you cannot appreciate what Josh Allen has done for the Buffalo Bills this year, especially with the lack of weapons and the lack of talent that he has had, with a first-year coordinator, Joe Brady, first full-year coordinator of Buffalo, you do not know football. You don't know football.
I've been saying
I agree.
that.
It's got to be Josh Allen every day of the week.
Is the offense. He is the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. So, J-Lo, do me a favor. Make sure we thank Eric Wood for stopping by. If you missed any of the great interview with Eric Wood, you could go to our YouTube page at Cova Sports TV. We'll also put it up on the X a little bit later on. We'll have some YouTube shorts on it as well. On our Instagram page, you can check it out at Morning Drive. Johnny D. Always nice, man. Love Lyman. Love Lyman, man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
A little bit more of a personality than those quarterbacks, right? Than those QBs. Unless you're talking about Jada Daniels. He's different.
That's what we're talking about with Suave. He was a defensive lineman.
That's right. That's
He's
why
relatable.
people love Suave.
defensive lineman.
Maybe that should have been one of the options on the poll this morning, Suave. People love you because you were a former offensive lineman. Defensive lineman.
Defensive lineman. I tried offensive lineman one good time, but I love hitting people. I love that.
A reminder, we're broadcasting live from the OVM Financial Studios here in Virginia Beach. We are represented by the personal injury law firm of Williams Deloche. If you are injured in an accident or suffer any type of personal injury, my first call, your first call, should be to the folks at Williams Deloche, 757-547-5555. That's 757-547-5555. And you can visit them on the web, too, at wd-law.com. All right, straight ahead, we hit the social media circuit. What is trending? Our boy Suave, the most relatable person on this radio program. It's coming up. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
Traffic is congested on Interstate 564 westbound between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. And on Interstate 64 westbound, an accident still has traffic slowing between Chesapeake Boulevard and Little Creek Road. Lastly, traffic is stop and go on Interstate 64 eastbound between Tyler Street and the HRBT. Otherwise, today's morning commute is going smoothly. I'm Peter Cook of Fox Sports 1310.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey guys, it's Chris with Adele Diamond. Happy New Year. I just want to take 30 seconds and share how grateful we are as a local business for all the listener support last year. Despite the economic challenges many of us faced, the community support gave us a record year. And this year, more than ever, our team will be hard at work making sure we're bringing you the best value, the best quality, and the best jewelry styles. We're looking forward to helping you commemorate your special moments with a piece from Adele Diamond. From all of us, we say thank you, and we'll see you soon. Adele Diamond, your local trusted fine jeweler.
Injured in an accident? Before you call the insurance company, you need to call the personal injury law firm of Williams Deloche. WD Law helps individuals who have been hurt in compensation they deserve. Williams Deloche PC, available 24/7 for free consultations on personal injury matters and more. 757-547-5555. That's 757-547-5555. Or visit WDLaw.com. Injured in an accident? Your first call should be Williams Deloche.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text PEC to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text PEC to 321321. That's PEC to 321321.
Power failures are preventable with a Kellum Mechanical installed Honeywell automatic standby generator. Call today to live your Southside life uninterrupted. Yep, comfy house, warm food, hot showers, even Wi-Fi all day. Financing with credit approval. KellumMechanical.com.
This is The Herd.
Wow, 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 wow.
With Colin Cowherd.
So Bill Belichick weighed in on the New England Patriots firing Gerard Mayo.
That shared vision between ownership and coaching and scouting. I think you look at the organizations and you can kind of see the ones that are and the ones that aren't.
No, Bill. Tom Brady left New England.
This is The Herd. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Fox Sports 1310. He's live and he's local. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310.
Our thanks again to Eric Wood, longtime Pro Bowl center for the Buffalo Bills, radio analyst, as we break down Lamar, Ravens, Bills coming up this weekend. Very quickly go around the room without a question. Probably not for you two, though. The marquee game of the weekend?
Bills and the Ravens.
It's got to be Bills Ravens.
Exactly.
I mean, this is what we talked about the first time they got together, right?
Yeah.
Was a preview of what to get in the playoffs. Look, I know you guys are going to be locked in Commanders Saturday night, but
just like you could be locked in for the Bills game.
Hey, look, I'm going to be locked in for the Commanders. I'm starting to get a little bit of a bromance with Jaden Daniels. I'm not going to lie. Every time he plays, he's becoming must-watch TV in the NFL, correct?
Absolutely.
Jaden Daniels?
No question.
No doubt about it. But I think Kansas City, Texans, intriguing. Philadelphia, the Rams.
That's going to be a fun one.
That should be a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
But Buffalo and Baltimore, do not text me.
When they play, Jayla?
Do not text
me.
Not only that, but I was told yesterday by my significant other, she's going to be out of town this weekend. Which means I will be all alone Sunday
night.
night.
About a perfect situation for you.
Look,
feet kicked up.
Feet are going to be kicked up. The cheese curds will be on order. The shortbread pizza will be in hand. It's going to be a good
Sounds
time.
like a perfect night.
Yeah. I might invite my pops over, my 84-year-old. He's a Giants fan, but or maybe I'll go to his house. Nah, I can't even do that. Can't do it. Can't do it. Hey, very quick before we get to what's trending on social media with Suave, Eric Wood, just interesting little breakdown that he provided. A big-time game this week between the Ravens and the Bills. Initial thoughts on why this matchup may be a different result than the first time they played. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Milano, Bernard, Karen Johnson back for this matchup. Von Miller playing at a different level now. You forget, those guys were out.
Yep.
First time they played. The Bills will run base defense this time. Wide receivers in a much better spot on offense. Shakur healthy, Samuel healthy. You've got the Cooper edition. And Keon Coleman is better now, 17, 18 games in. The run game has a better identity, which is true, than the first time they played. At Highmark this time, last time was a first tough road atmosphere of the season. Many of the new players on both sides of the balls. Bill's second time seeing Todd Monken's offense. That's the key. Look, the first time you see Lamar, you could watch all the tape you want. You see them in person, it's a little bit different.
Just a tad.
And it's going to be cold. What is the temperature in Buffalo this weekend, J-Lo? Our meteorologist. We are, by the way, the only sports talk radio show in town that has an in-house Suave meteorologist.
Absolutely.
Crazy enough.
His name is J-Lo.
I just started yesterday my meteorology class in college.
Look at it.
Hey, fantastic. I took one in high school. I don't know if I talked about this or not. My senior year of high school, I took meteorology oceanography. That was the course, right? We split it. And it was the first class of the day. And this was the type of class where you walked in and the teacher would say, hey, we got a yearbook photo today. We've only got about 15 members in here. We got to go outside and find people for the photo. Just to kind of bulk it up a little bit.
Wow.
So literally we just pull people off the street and put them into this photo of about 45, 50 people. Mr. Malloy was his name. I still remember this. I don't remember many teachers from back in the day. Mr. Malloy was his name. And every morning he would ask, Johnny, you got a game tonight? Yeah, I got a game tonight. What time's your game? 7:30. He goes, look, it's early. Why don't you just go in the corner and take a quick little power nap?
That's great.
No wonder you remember him.
Yes.
Greatest teacher of all time?
Greatest teacher of all time. Mr.
Phenomenal.
Malloy. Thank you very much, Mr. Malloy. So
Phenomenal.
you're going to love meteorology. All right, what's
Sounds
the forecast in Buffalo this weekend?
Yeah, actually, I had the wrong city pulled up. I apologize.
Wow.
I
Wait.
No, let it go.
Wait.
Let it go.
I got it now.
Let it
I got
go.
it now.
I got to ask. Journalism 101. Let's do the follow-up here, Suave. What city did you have pulled up?
Baltimore.
Okay. All right, that's acceptable. That's acceptable. Instead of Buffalo, you had Baltimore.
I wasn't thinking, but now I have Buffalo. And on Sunday, we're looking at snow, 19 degrees as a high, 14 degrees as a low. It is going to be freezing in Buffalo.
It's going to be freezing
That's
cold.
Buffalo weather.
It's Buffalo weather, but Baltimore loves to run the football. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
they do.
Yes, sir.
They're built for it.
All right, 7:51. It's now time for What's Trending with Suave. Hit it.
If it made it in headlines, it made it here. Here's what's trending in sports with Suave.
It's
Just
all
curious.
a barter system. That's all it is.
Good work.
But yes, what's trending in sports? And let's go ahead and get right to it. I mean, we talked about Mike Tomlin, and we got, the old ball coach coming in 8 o'clock hour. We should ask him about this because, look, I don't know if you've seen this, Johnny D. Najee Harris said something about what's going on in the Steelers locker room, and this was Taylor Russell. She report on it. And right now, it's to the point where it's like, you know what? If it's that bad in Pittsburgh, I think it is time for Mike Tomlin to go ahead and leave. So, J-Lo, let's play the audio clip of what Taylor Russell reported from Najee Harris in the Steelers locker room. Take a listen to this.
I think the most interesting comments came from a visibly frustrated but candid Najee Harris, who said that the guys had been saying things in the locker room that he didn't necessarily want to say on camera, but that he felt like throughout the losing streak, a lot of guys were letting what the media was saying infiltrate the locker room, and he wanted to see how they responded today. He closed his media availability with a question that was, have you put much thought into whether or not you want to stay with the Steelers? And he said, I have not put much thought into that at all, Carissa.
Okay, so let's get to it. First, you had George Pickens. Now you got Najee Harris. I mean, and you let what the media say creep into the locker room. Yeah. I mean, what? Like, this is what opposed leadership does. They're supposed to say block out the noise, or if you're gonna entertain the noise, use the noise to benefit you. So if you have what they're saying outside to tear you down, I mean, where's your being professionalism? It's football. It's NFL sports. You're not only talked about good. It's going to be bad at times. But you got to use the bad or block it off. So Mike Tomlin has done everything he can. So what's going on here? I really think, you know what? It's time to go ahead and leave, Tomlin.
Look, very emotional, very raw. Anytime your season is over like that. We heard from Pickens. You heard from Najee Harris. It's going to be interesting what happens in Pittsburgh. I don't think you're going to get a situation like the Jets.
Oh, no.
Right? No. With the Rooney family. This is one thing I will say, and you can move on.
Mm-hmm.
I love the people that are coming out in support of Tomlin saying, hey, what do you expect? Look at his quarterbacks over the last 10-plus years, ever since Ben Roethlisberger has left. Well, my response is, aren't you the head coach in charge of this?
But does he have the GM power to make
Aren't
those?
you the head coach who is hand in hand with the GM in selecting your quarterback? You got Russell Wilson. That was all you.
Okay.
You went out and got Justin Fields. That was all you. So you're telling me since Ben Roethlisberger, you have not been involved in getting a quarterback? I find that very hard to believe.
Let's see.
Just saying.
You're stuck in that mediocrity like we talked about yesterday.
saying.
So behind Ben Roethlisberger, Josh Dobbs, Landry Jones, Mitchell Trubisky, Mason Rudolph, and of all
Kenny
those
Pickett.
quarterbacks, Kenny Pickett.
I mean, you drafted Kenny Pickett. You drafted Kenny Pickett.
I think people just stuck on that Kenny Pickett play. Because honestly, when I talked to a lot of Steelers fans, and I knew a lot of my old job, they really didn't know. They really didn't want Kenny Pickett. I really think that one play where he did that little scramble and he fake slide and the dude fell. He kept over and said, "Oh, we got a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
Let's go get Kenny Pickett." Plus, he's from Pittsburgh. He's a local kid. So I talked to a lot of Steelers fans, and they said they did not want Kenny Pickett. I think people just fell in love with the Lord what he did, and that's why. But as you can see, he's with the Eagles, so hey, he's a backup.
All right, get to the, we already talked a little bit about Dion. Get to the Bill Belichick. That's interesting.
Oh, man. So, I don't know if y'all, some of y'all have seen the game with the Vikings and the Rams. And there was a controversial play that happened. And, well, let's just listen to what Bill Belichick had to say. He was on the Manning cast with the brothers, so let's hear what he had to say about that play.
But you can see he was so late coming across, he ran into the left tackle.
Did in fact throw the pass forward. Number 17 was in the area, therefore it is an incomplete pass. Second down.
It's an offensive league. What are you guys doing? There's no rules to help the defense in the NFL. You can get away with that and call it an incomplete pass.
Wow.
It's an offensive league. You guys should coach defense in the NFL. You know what it's like.
Like an old bitter man.
I mean, Belichick looks and sounds aggravated just talking about offense and defense in the NFL. He is a true college coach, Suave. That's why.
Yeah, but he's telling the truth. I mean, you really can't do anything on defense.
No.
And just like the pass interference thing, like a receiver can basically wrap around, hold, push off, do everything, and then not call offensive PI. But let a defense do it. Just a touch. Oh, that's pass interference. Oh, that's defensive holding. Illegal touching. There's literally 3 penalties on a defense when it comes to a cornerback. That a receiver only has 1. So he's telling the truth. It's not. But honestly, you got to think about it. It's the world of sports. NBA has absolutely 0 defense. And NFL, they're trying to, but, it's an offensive league. People like scoring. Like you said, Johnny D, you don't want to see a 7-3 ball game.
No, I do not.
Exactly.
No, I do not. I do not want to sit through Ravens-Bills this weekend and watch Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson get together and the final score be 7-3. That would be awful. That would absolutely be awful. I'd want my money back. I would want my money back.
Exactly. And so that's what's trending in sports for you.
All right, good stuff right there. 7:58, hour number 2 in the books. A reminder, this segment of the Morning Drive is presented by SOS. SoldOnSite.com. 757-460-1111. That's 757-460-1111. Does your home have you in distress? Cash offer within 24 hours. Close within 7 days. So don't you stress. Give a call to SOS. Look, straight ahead, we'll discuss the ban for Brady in Detroit. What is that all about? Also, the future of Mike Tomlin, the old ball coach, stops by. It's the Morning Drive. Yours truly, Suave J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Lots of sunshine today with high temperatures in the low 40s. For tonight, we'll see partly cloudy skies with a passing snow shower, but little to no accumulation expected. Back to sunshine for Wednesday, but cold and windy. High temperatures only in the mid-30s, but it'll feel more like the 20s with the wind. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
It's time for a Fox Sports 50 with Dino on Fox Sports 1310.
The NFL divisional round of the playoffs is this weekend. We'll have the first game Saturday when the Houston Texans visit the Kansas City Chiefs.
At Rush Soccer, our love of the game and the community we create doesn't stop when we leave the pitch or when the season ends. We are more than an individual player, team, club, or league. We are a truly global community of athletes, parents, coaches, professionals, and fans. We believe that youth sports and the pathway to a lifelong love of soccer have the power to form deep, meaningful connections that will fundamentally shape our players and those in our community. We believe that what we feel is the key to what we can achieve. Feel the pride. Feel the confidence. Feel the legacy. Feel the connection. Feel the trust. Feel the acceptance. Feel the purpose. Feel the difference. Feel the rush.
Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Williams Deloach. I'm an experienced personal injury attorney, and I hope you don't need my services because I certainly don't like to see people injured on a daily basis. But in preparation for that unfortunate situation, your insurance coverage is very vital to your case. Give me a call today. I'd be happy to discuss your insurance situation for you and your family. That's the most protection you have, and you want to have that ahead of time.
Today we gotta answer or what. That's what 44424 is all about. So don't let other plumbing companies franchise you over with slow service and toothless guarantees. Call the professionals at
millershomecomfort.com. Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton with the Good Feet Store, and when you think of high-impact professionals in our community, who comes to mind? For me, nurses are right at the top of the list, given their care for my loved ones over the years. At the Good Feet Store, we often engage with nurses who are battling with pain in their feet, knees, and back, and they come to the Good Feet Store looking for relief. Here is Donna, a nurse sharing her story of what she experienced after visiting the Good Feet Store.
Oh, I have to tell you, I have struggled with pain in my feet. I was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis. With the 3-step program, it really fits to your lifestyle. I'm a registered nurse, so being on my feet, walking throughout the hospital during the day, I am free from any type of pain. And after working a 12-hour shift, I go home and my feet do not hurt.
Whether you're a nurse or anyone wanting to enjoy your career without your feet getting in the way, come see us at the Good Feet Store. The Good Feet Store is in Virginia Beach and Hilltop North and in Newport News in the Marketplace at Tech Center. Visit goodfeet.com to book your appointment today.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
New year, new deals at Southern Buick GMC Virginia Beach and Southern Buick GMC Greenbrier. Huge savings on remaining new 24 inventory. Low APR financing available. Plus up to $1,000 extra for your trade-in. See Southern Buick GMC today. DrivingSouthern.com. Call 844-255-2475 for details.
You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310. Buckle up. It's time for your morning drive time headlines with Suave on Fox Sports 1310.
Good morning, good morning. It is 8 a.m. It's time for the Power Hour, and this is your Fox Sports Update. In Monday Night Football, the final wild card round game took place last night between the 5-seed Minnesota Vikings and the 4-seed LA Rams in Arizona. The Rams took the victory by a score of 27-9. Matthew Stafford threw for 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Rams defense combined for 9 sacks. After that victory, the Rams are set to take on the 2-seed Philadelphia Eagles Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. on NBC. Breaking news in the NFL, Mike McCarthy is out at the head coaching position in Dallas. McCarthy is expected to interview with the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. It has been reported that Deion Sanders has been connected with Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys for the head coaching vacancy, and they will continue dialogue throughout the week. In the NBA, the Houston Rockets defeat the Memphis Grizzlies 120-118. Jalen Green had 42 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. In MEAC play last night, the Spartans of Norfolk State fall to Morgan State by a score of 78-74. Cameron Hobbs had 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Bears. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310 AM, 100.9 FM, and streaming live on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Straight ahead, it's Tuesdays with Tomlin, with Suave, myself, and Johnny D. Let's get to it.
Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, along with Suave and J-Lo. Here's your host, Johnny D.
Oh, yeah. Great to be with you. Tuesday edition. It's the Morning Drive. Yours truly, Johnny D. Suave, J-Lo, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. A reminder, follow us on the X at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D, and we are broadcasting live and in living color all morning long on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. I'll save this topic for tomorrow, but Suave, I do need to ask, when a coworker brings in baked goods, are you obligated to eat it in front of them?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. I think you are.
Because you're going to get that awkward stare.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to get that awkward stare. Look, my wife does this all the time. She'll make something and ask me every other second, like, how do you like it? Was it good?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? Was it to your standards? She don't say that. I'm just,
No.
But I think that's something we got to discuss tomorrow, because J-Lo, I did not realize he bakes. He brought in some brownies this morning. A little hesitant to eat them this morning. I'm just saying.
Eat the brownies. No,
Don't feel
Little
hesitant.
knock us out tomorrow in the morning drive with J-Lo.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's going to put me 6 feet
All
under.
part of the plan. Huh?
It's all part of the plan. Damn J-Lo. It's unbelievable. Hey, joining us right now, we do it each and every Tuesday. We'll talk a little NFL. The ball coach, he is back. Not too happy this morning, but the Steelers had a tremendous year. An opportunity to get back to the playoffs, continues his consecutive winning seasons. The all ball coach drops by. Coach, good morning. How are you?
Collectively, obviously, I'm not collected. I'm trying to collect collectives in regards to being collective. I'm appreciative of still being here.
Let's talk about your future. There has been a lot of conversation about Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. Obviously, very disappointing exit again. One and done for, fifth, sixth straight year. Baltimore is a really good football team. But your initial thoughts now that the season is done?
I like to have a future here. I like to be futurized here. Futurama was a great show on Fox. As far as my future here, it's still in the plans. I'm under contract. And we abide by those contracts. We have to wait. We got to abide by the contracts, right? They can't fire me, right? Yeah. So, we got to abide by those. My name has been attached, obviously, to some coaching vacancies, specifically Dallas. But I'm not in the business of changing owner diapers. So I'd rather be here.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, so are you open to discussions if Jerry Jones does give you a call?
My grandma used to tell me there's only 2 things open past midnight. I'm not going to say one, and the other's the liquor store. I am not open.
Boy.
Tuesday with Tomlin is here on the radio program. Look, the job is for me to break you, not for you to break me. That's always the job on a Tuesday morning. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, I do want to get your thoughts now that you played Lamar. That matchup coming up this weekend, how do you see that playing out?
It's going to be a pivotal matchup. No JV ball, all varsity ball will be played. Josh Allen looked phenomenal playing against nobody, but Mr. Jackson looks spaceship Elon Musk right now. My MVP. I think the Ravens take it. Their run game is impeccable, impregnable, and I just don't see the Ravens losing.
Tuesday with Tomlin right here on the Morning Drive at 8:08 as we talk some NFL. Pose this question. Who annoys you the most? Eagle fans or Lion fans?
Eagle fans, because they believe in Rocky.
What do you have against Rocky, man? The Italian stallion. Now
He
I'm
wasn't
insulted.
real. Didn't exist.
He does exist.
As far as the Lions fans, I think they're determined. They deserve to be happy. They have a great coaching staff. Any fan base that encourages a tush to be pushed is despicable.
But everybody's doing the tush push now. Even Philadelphia, look, even the Pittsburgh Steelers did the tush push a little bit this year, did they not?
No, we
There it is.
There you go.
Finally broken. Finally broken.
I was going to be a comedian. But you're right. You're right. We would call it a tush. I'm a grown man. Two dogs, one bone. We just move things forward.
You could be a comedian now. Josh Prey is joining us again on the program. You can exhale. There he is, our buddy. I noticed on your X account, by the way, if you want to follow Josh, @ Josh Prey. Are you a Lions fan? Are you a little bit of a closet Lions fan? Are you?
I'm a Patriot fan, man. I am a New England Patriot fan.
What's wrong with you, man?
I didn't want to say that out loud. Thank you for making me blast that in public. I will get you back. I promise. On everything, and we're going through some technical difficulties with our coaching changes. I wasn't for it. I think May needed another year, but that's another conversation. And I'm a Patriot fan. I'm not a Lions fan, but I do love the Lions coach, though. So
you're a fan of Dan Campbell, but you're not a fan of Mike Vrabel?
Nah, I don't care for Mike Vrabel. Right now, I'm not gonna like him because I like Mayo. I said May. I like Mayo, but I did think Mayo deserved another couple years to build and put his team together. So of course, when coaching turnovers happen, people are going to be divided. And I'm definitely divided right now.
Josh Prey is joining us here on the program, comedian Josh Prey. You can follow him on the X @ Josh Prey. You are certainly not an Eagles fan, though.
No, I absolutely hate the Philadelphia Eagles. Hate them, hate Philly cheesesteaks. Any place you can go get a full meal at 3 a.m. should be shut down by the government.
Wow.
What is it about Eagle fans?
They're pompous, they arrogant, they act like they've been winning forever. It's a stupid green uniform. That ain't even a real green. That's like a abdomen green. That's a testosterone green. Nobody likes the Eagles.
Now, full disclosure, Suave, if you follow Josh Prey on his X account, Josh Prey and the 757 have a lot in common. Number one, he likes to quote Pusha T. Number one. Okay, number one. He likes to quote Pusha T, number one. And believe it or not, Josh Prey, one of his besties for back in the day is Allen Iverson.
Listen.
Right?
Okay.
Tell a story. Yeah, tell a story.
Go for it.
I'm tired of you doing research on me, man.
I'm sorry.
Somebody tweeted out, what's the nicest fan interaction you've ever had with a sports celebrity or whatever? I think it was something like that. And in 2004, I was a bouncer at a gentleman's club in Miami, Florida by the name of Diamonds Cabaret. Mm-hmm. And I was sweeping up money for one of the performers, the artiste. And as I bent down to sweep up some of the money, Allen Iverson almost hit me in the face with $500. And as the money grazed my chin, I looked at him and he apologized 219 times that night. And he tipped me $1,200 as he was leaving the club because he was so sorry.
Wow.
So,
look, I think
that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
For me to get slapped in my face with some money, y'all clapping, my dignity is gone.
No, trust me, your dignity is there.
You want to go to dinner that night with that $200. You bought something. Chill out, man.
$1,200.
Exactly. You all right.
See,
Swab. I do love the 757.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Michael Vick for his new coaching job.
Yes, sir.
I think he's going to do extremely well, and it's going to be real dangerous in college football.
We're excited about it. I mean, like anything else, for Coach Vic, it's who you surround yourself with.
Of course.
And he's starting to bring in some former NFL guys that obviously he's got some relationships with, so I'm excited to see that. Look, Suave, I want you to listen to what Josh just said, because we told Suave the other weekend he should have done the Commanders money line to bet 500. You would have won 1,200 there, Suave. Maybe we found something else you could do to make a quick 1,200.
Go
is what I'm
to
thinking.
a gentleman's club, get hit in the face with $14, and it can turn into 1,200.
Just like that.
Yeah, sure. Then
Suave.
My name would be Big Draws McGraw. There you go. How about
Suave,
that?
you like Pusha T?
Of course, man. It's clips. I'm 757 all day, bro.
The radio people know you like Pusha T. They know what he rap about.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they know what I really rap about. Yes.
Oh my
I'm
God,
not
Jack.
Come on,
Jack,
now.
you know what Pusha T rap about?
Yo, look at that.
That was the most Caucasian response in the history of history. Hey Jack, do you listen to rap music?
I do a little bit, not that.
I like music.
You know what I mean? That was the word. That's
Jack,
right
you
there.
gotta be
That's
Jack.
my profile picture right there.
Listen, there's only 2 rappers I really listen to, and it's pretty stereotypical. It's
Vanilla
Rod
Ice,
Wave and
Eminem?
Juice WRLD. Rod Wave and Juice WRLD. Rod Wave and Juice WRLD.
Rod Wave ain't a rapper.
No.
He's a depression diary.
Tell it.
Okay. And Juice WRLD. I'm too old for that. But listen, I need you to get up on your lingo. Don't you ever answer a question with just lie. Listen.
Fake it till you make it.
To all of my beautiful vanilla fans out there, if somebody ever asks you about rap, just say Tupac. You can't go wrong. We will not question you.
That's right.
Or Eminem.
Yeah.
Or Eminem.
Jack, you hear me, Jack?
Yeah.
So before I go, let's practice it. Hey, Jack, man, you listen to rap music?
Yeah, man, I'm big on Tupac.
See what I mean?
No.
Beautiful.
Okay. What's
Beautiful.
Your favorite? Oh, no. What's your favorite song with Tupac?
No, stop. See, you can't go down that road.
Come on, man.
J-Lo, you got to do a little bit of research. So just you're ready when that question comes up, you pull out a couple of Tupac songs, and that's it.
That's it.
Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Hail Mary.
Brenda's
Dear
got a
Mama.
baby.
We won't say nothing else. Hail Mary and Dear Mama.
Yeah, I can say that. Oh, Brenda's got a baby.
Hey, listen. Hey,
Come on,
Jack
we go down
Harris
this
curling
road.
up under his scully right now.
Man, that was fantastic. Fantastic. By the way, Josh, I'm a big fan of Rob Bass. I'm a Rob Bass guy.
Oh, so you're telling us your age?
Yeah. Well, look, I'm not going to hide it.
Oh,
I'm all about joy and pain, sunshine and rain. There, Josh. Come on,
Nobody
bud.
listens to Rob Bass.
They do. Believe it or not, they do. They just don't admit. They just don't admit it.
Who is they? Describe they. Define they.
Our listening audience listens to Rob Bass.
I bet
guarantee.
majority of your listening audience listens to Pusha T, and you got Karens on the way to work twirling it in a pot right now.
Hey, do me a favor, Suave. Put it up on the poll this morning.
No.
Yes,
Suave,
put it up on the poll this morning.
Suave, and y'all listen, and y'all better tag me so I can share it on all my social media.
There we go. Go ahead. Put it up on the
So what's the
Pacer
question?
poll question this morning.
How many people listen to Pusha T?
Throw it up there.
All right.
Versus Rob Bass. Versus Rob Bass. Our demographic, male 25 to 54, is going to fit right into there.
Listen, I hope y'all guys enjoyed y'all job at Fox, because once this poll comes back in, the whole thing is gonna change.
Tell it, John. We get set up right now.
This is Fox Sports, just a little bit darker.
Yes, it is.
After dark.
They were like, "Oh my God, what have we done?"
Man. Again, we're going to have to clip it, Suave. The most Caucasian response to any question on this radio program.
Oh, man.
Ever.
Ever.
And whoever does it, make sure they keep playing them back going,
with a good music behind it. Remix it.
817, always appreciate stopping by. You can follow him on the X @_Josh Gray. When are you in Pittsburgh? Did you already do your Pittsburgh show yet?
Listen, I went to Pittsburgh, rocked Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was incredibly cold. Pittsburgh is a beautiful city. Had a phenomenal time. Great turnout. I probably had one of my best jokes I've ever had since I've been doing comedy. I actually put it online. It was about the power of a grandma kiss. When you see that joke, I want y'all to tweet it and tell me what y'all think about it.
Oh, boy.
So I'll put it out there.
Yes,
I'm going to
got
repost
to.
it.
Gotta repost
I saw it this morning, but apparently I'm not allowed to do research on this radio program with regards to Josh Prey. I'm not allowed to do that. So I apologize, Josh. Diving
Y'all
into
my
your
favorite.
past. All good, man. Hey, always appreciate you stopping by. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the action. Look forward to talking to you next week, my friend.
Later.
Thanks, Josh.
There you
Thanks,
go.
Josh.
All right, we're going to put the poll question up there, Suave. Got to put it up
Yes,
there.
I'm
The
doing
Pacer
it right
payroll
now.
poll question. Make sure you tag @ Josh Prey on that one.
We're going to get shut down.
820. We're not going to get shut down, but J-Lo, we've talked about this, man. Have a personality. You got to have a little bit of a personality.
If I'd have said yes, they'd have said what songs or something, and I wouldn't have had a clue.
Man, you just,
It would've been
like
even
Suave
worse.
said, you got to fake it.
Yeah,
Sometimes
fake it
you
till
just
you
got to
make it.
fake it till you make it.
That's it.
Unbelievable stuff, man. A reminder, we are broadcasting live from the OVM Financial Studios here in Virginia Beach. We are serviced by the fine folks of Kellum Mechanical. Tell them Kellum Plumbing this winter. Check them pipes, baby. Could be an issue. It's cold out there. Schedule a visit today. Go to the website, kellummechanical.com. All right, straight ahead, we will update the Pacer payroll poll questions this morning. Also, we'll start to break down Commanders-Lions coming up this weekend. Does Jaden Daniels got a shot? Friend of the program, Chris Russell, Team 980 stops by. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
This morning on Interstate 564 westbound, traffic is crawling between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. And on Interstate 464 northbound, look out for stop-and-go traffic between Poindexter Street and Interstate 264. On Interstate 64 eastbound, an accident blocking the right lane has traffic slowing between Northampton Boulevard and Interstate 264. And lastly, on 264 eastbound, there are slight delays between Des Moines Avenue and the Berkeley Bridge. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
K-12 public school students, enter the Thank a Teacher art contest now through February 3rd. Your art could be featured during National Teacher Appreciation Week 2025. Learn more at thankateacherva.com.
Life has challenges, difficult times, and navigating them can sometimes feel overwhelming. But highly experienced support is here to listen and help. At Fishing Point Behavioral Health, mental wellness professionals can guide you through emotional and psychological difficulties. Whether you're struggling with relationship issues, occupational stress, anxiety, depression, trauma, or anger management, we can help you find your path to a brighter future with compassion and understanding. You don't have to face turbulent times alone. Reach out today at fishingpointbh.com. We offer accessible, quality care for Medicaid patients and tribal members. That's fishingpointbh.com for mental wellness within reach. In person or remotely, let's talk. Fishing Point Healthcare, community healthcare that changes lives.
I'm Dr. Mark Cardelia, orthopedic surgeon and surgical director of the CHKD Sports Medicine Program. We see a lot of knee injuries in student athletes these days, and many of these are ACL tears. Parents often ask how to know when a knee injury may be serious. The most obvious symptom is severe pain or swelling in the knee joint. Your child may have heard a pop when the injury occurred. Look for signs they can't put weight on the knee around 48 hours after the injury, or if the knee feels unstable or wobbly. Those are all signs you should see a CHKD sports medicine specialist. Our sports medicine physicians, surgeons, athletic trainers, and physical therapists understand the needs of growing athletes and tailor treatment to fit each child's age and level of activity. Our goal is to accurately diagnose the problem in a timely fashion and provide the treatment that will ensure a safe return to activity. Kids want to play, and we want to help them get back in the game. To learn more, visit chkd.org. Sports medicine at CHKD. We're more than a hospital.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. you'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Bills ends 2-1.
Let me steal an average take from Alan.
The Ben Maller Show.
Why was Antonio Pierce given such a quick boot? From the very beginning, this was a dummy run. But Antonio Pierce knew what he signed up for. Now, the job was to win with Gardner Minshew, who had come close to the playoffs in Indy the year before, and Aiden O'Connell.
Ben Maller. The Ben Maller Show from 2 to 6 a.m. on Fox Sports 1310. The new home for the Hampton Roads sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, along with Suave and J-Lo on Fox Sports 1310 and live on Cova Sports TV.
Yeah, we are back. Final hour on a Tuesday edition of the program. Great to be with you. Morning Drive, Suave, J-Lo, yours truly, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app. If you missed any of the great interviews, great segments this morning, Eric Wood, comedian Josh Prey. Check it out on the YouTube page at Cova Sports TV, where we are broadcasting live this morning. I want to get an update of the Pacer payroll poll questions coming up here in a little bit. Also, the Tell 'em Kellum talk and text line is open on an open line Tuesday, 757-497-1310. 757-497-1310. Let me get to a couple of texts, and then I think Chris Russell is scheduled to stop by, friend of the program, talk Commanders, coming up in what, about 4 minutes?
Yes, sir.
We may have to effort Mr. Russell, because normally he's in the green room by now. So, J-Lo, if you don't mind,
I got you.
Can you reach out? The 804 chimes in. Love the AI story with Josh Prey. We got to make sure we clip that and put it up on the YouTube video shorts. What a great Allen Iverson story. He's already in the green room there. J-Lo.
I would love to know, what was his thought process of slapping a grown man with $500?
No. I think the thing was he was throwing it.
He was throwing it
onto the stage.
Oh.
And it hit the bouncer that was cleaning up the money. You can't make this stuff up. That's why we are the most listened to morning sports talk show at Hampton Roads. Content, inside information like that. You can't get it anywhere else.
Where's Chris Doran when you need him?
You can't get it anywhere else. Yeah. Very quickly, too, the 757. Darnold just cost himself millions over the last 2 weeks. The Lions are on upset alert, and Deion is the perfect fit for Dallas. The question is, though, who will address the media first after a game? It'll be a race to the microphone between Deion and Jerry.
That's funny.
A lot of truth right there.
Very.
All right, so a reminder, our Pacer payroll poll questions are up on the X at Drive Johnny D, so chime in, please. Joining us right now, boy, he is happy to be doing sports talk radio in D.C. these days, man. I mean, it's easy. He shows up about 5 minutes before showtime, clicks that microphone open, and say, Commanders win. Got Lions coming up this weekend. Your thoughts? And then boom, they're just flooding the phone lines. Friend of the program, Chris Russell, stops by. Good morning, Chris.
Is that how it works?
Kind of.
Somebody didn't tell my audience that.
Yeah, they didn't tell your audience that. You have a very sophisticated audience up there.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you call them?
Yeah, I'm going to call them sophisticated. That's what I need to call Commander fans right now because you're winning. So I'll call you sophisticated. But hey, look, your initial takeaways. Suave, stop it. Your initial takeaways from the win over Tampa this weekend.
Suave is so cool he thinks he's getting another home playoff game.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a little bit surprised because I had them losing by a field goal as opposed to winning by a field goal, and certainly not surprised, all in the same shot, that Zane Gonzalez was a heart attack on a plate, right? So, I mean, I guess that's, the opening thoughts. Not surprised at all that Jaden Daniels would essentially border on Superman and play as poised and as controlled and as calm and as effective and productive as you possibly I think can, even though he didn't put up monster numbers by any stretch, he did everything that he needed to, everything that he could do, I think. There was only, a moment or two, a play or two where you say, and I went back and I watched one of them last night. It was on a read option, and he probably made a bad decision and he got crumpled up because of it. Listen, that's going to happen during the course of a football game where you run 60, 65 plays, whatever it was, and you control the ball for 35 minutes. You're going to make some decisions that you wish you had back, right? I mean, I think we all know that in life and in radio and football, whatever. But boys, I mean, still, the play that he makes on 3rd and 2 from the Tampa 19 at the end there, not only to elude Kalijah Cansey, who's got him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but to gain 4 yards, as I opened up yesterday, that's a window of 11 yards, right? 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage and the 4 yards north of the line of scrimmage that he ultimately gets, in addition to the first down, which allows them to kill the rest of the clock. If he doesn't get all of those 11 yards, or if he doesn't get, 7 or 8 of those yards, does Zane Gonzalez's field goal go off the wrong side of the upright? Does it go wide right of the upright? We don't know, but here's what I know. I don't believe they win that game in that spot in regulation without that particular play and the way it unfolded and how unbelievably smart and football IQ and whatnot that he was in that spot.
Yeah, Chris Russell is joining us here on the program. You can follow him on the X at Russellmania621, of course. Afternoons 1 to 4 at the Team 980 talking Commanders football. I don't want to dwell on it too much, but we've seen some guys coming out of college going into the NFL as quarterbacks that have been very hyped, right? A Peyton Manning, a John Elway, even a Caleb Williams this year. I cannot recall, though, a guy that plays with as much poise at the end of football games than Jada Daniels has in his rookie year. I mean, can you?
Yep. I mean, I can't think of a quarterback that had a better rookie season, and I can't certainly think of someone who had poise is obviously is a great word. Just the coolness, if you will, without being cocky. That Jaden Daniels has. And again, nothing really flusters him. I mean, if I'm sure some have seen like the video, the close up of him on the bench as they kick the game-winning field goal, and he's just nonplussed, and it's not that he's not excited. Because if you look like right after that, he walks off with the PR guy, and he's smiling. And then if you look after he does the Sunday night Melissa Stark interview, as he's running off the field, he's hop running, if you will. I don't know what exactly kids call it these days, but he's excited. Then you look as he's entering the locker room, and he's grabbed and hugged by Mitch Rales and by Mark Hine, 2 of the co-owners, before he even gets into the locker room. And then when he gets into the locker room mosh pit, he's diving into that. And so he's excited. He's happy. He wants to win. But when it matters the most, if you think about it, the 2 reactions to when they clinched the playoff spot against Atlanta in overtime, again, just like, oh, okay, I expected that. I knew we were going to do that. And then the other night, okay, fine. We won a road playoff game. No big deal. Nothing to see here. I mean, and maybe some people are turned off by that, but I love somebody that doesn't get too high, too low. I wish I could always control my emotions.
Yeah, that would be nice, huh? I got that issue as well. I think one of the things, if I'm a Commander fan, that I'm a little bit concerned about going into this weekend, Marshall Lattimore got torn up. Like, really got torn up badly in the first half. The Commanders' defense, they finally made a little bit of an adjustment in the second half, but a concern as you go into a Detroit, which – they got some offensive weapons for sure with Jared Goff.
Yeah, I mean, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is their best receiver, but he's not their only receiver. Jameson Williams, obviously, is a speed demon. So I don't know how they're going to play that. I would imagine they'll mix it up kind of like they did. I mean, they mixed it up even in the first half with Mikey Sanders still. taking some of the coverage from Marshawn Lattimore, but it was more Lattimore. You mentioned, Johnny, in the second half. Now, some of this was possession related, but Evans only had 2 catches, 26 yards after the better first half. I didn't think Lattimore was embarrassed, but I didn't think he was particularly good. He was clearly a step behind, and I thought, a lot of Commanders fans were upset about the defensive pass interference call in the red zone. I didn't think that was a bad call. A lot of them wanted offensive pass interference. I could see that, but I didn't think anything super warranted that. This was exactly what I was kind of expecting out of Marshawn Lattimore, a competitive but behind effort or performance, because he hadn't played a lot of football in the last 9-10 weeks. I mean, he just hasn't. And then you ask him to go against Mike Evans. What do you expect? The guy's going to the Hall of Fame the second he's allowed, So I hope with a different body type, maybe Amon-Ra is not as built as Mike Evans is. Certainly Jameson Williams isn't. I hope maybe along with that and getting on the bike again, or, having some oil running through the engine, that allows for a better performance. But yeah, I mean, if you're not concerned, you're not doing this right. That being said, I mean, I'd rather have Marshawn Lattimore, whatever he gives you, than Benjamin St-Juste or, anybody else running out there. I mean, at least you have a little chance for belief.
Look, Suave, you owe Chris Russell an apology, man. Benjamin was not that bad. This past weekend.
Because you didn't hear from him. They were throwing to Mike Evans, and that's why.
Look, Russell told you, Rooster told you that Benjamin was going to be a big-time performer this past weekend. You poo-pooed it. You poo-pooed it. Kind of play along.
Did I really say that?
Play along here, Chris. I'm trying to make it look good. Suave, you owe him an apology.
Suave.
Stop it, man. Stop it now.
Step right up.
Hey, I can't even keep a straight face on that.
Hey,
you're gonna be like Paulie, say, I don't owe no one an apology.
Yeah.
Well, don't listen to Paulie. I have to gong his ass on my show every day.
Yeah, I know he's a normal caller for you.
Oh yeah, he's that. But I mean, I was just watching back the coaching tape last night, the all-22, as the kids call it, the cool kids, and St-Juste on one play, I think was it the first defensive series? I think it was the first defensive series before the 50-yard field goal. He's in trail coverage. He doesn't do a bad job as they bunch the receivers to the Tampa Bay's right, and Washington had 4 defenders over there, and he, kind of goes out. Now, Sainer still makes the better part of the play, but it's not like St-Juste was run off the floor or anything like that. What we have to understand is guys are going to get beat at corner, just like guys are going to, like I talked to one of my colleagues up here, and he's like, oh, Sam Cosmi got beat on the first play. Yes, Sam Cosmi got beat on the first play. Guess what? When you run 65, 70 plays, guys are going to get beat. They're not going to win. They're not going to go 65 of 65. So let's just lower the temperature, if you will, and stop expecting them to not get beat or to not get looked bad, whether you're at guard or whether you're at corner or whether you're at quarterback. And I have to remember that as well myself.
I almost feel like Chris Russell is talking directly at you, Suave.
No, because even I have said before, like, look, Benjamin got his issues and all that stuff, but a couple times it's also be coaching. As a coach, you know your personnel. If you know he's not a shutdown corner, if you know he uses hands too much or anything of that nature, then you should get him help. Times he has not gotten help, i.e. the Steelers game. You have Mike Williams catch a fly pass from Russell Wilson. Now, if I think it was Percy Butler or Kwame, one of the safeties, if they would have helped him over the top, then it would have been a touchdown. But that goes to coaching, especially if you know that your cornerback is not that type of cornerback. He's not a shutdown cornerback. So sometimes it does be Benjamin. The other times it be coaching. The defense coach is like, hey, get someone help off top because you know he's probably going to get beat. So at times I dial back.
But Suave, I'll counter that, and I think we talked about that a couple of days after that game. They did have help back there for him. The formation the Steelers ran, they ran a leak receiver to the flat on that side, and that drew the safety down. So is that the coach? I don't know. I mean, Is that a player just reacting and thinking that he's got to cover somebody who's leaking out into the flat by formation, or is that a coach? That's what we never know, right? And the easiest or lowest common denominator is just to say, well, it's the coach. Well, okay, maybe it is, but maybe it's not,
I know we go about this back and forth. I know we got time, but if you look at that play too, your outside linebacker is usually the ones who has to help out that go to a flat. So that's why. And if you look at that play, the safety actually goes from deep and goes all the way down to the running back, leaving St. Jude's open. Mind you, I was in the game and I was literally going after St. Jude's, but now I had a defensive coach tell me, hey, you got to look at it from a coach standpoint. You got to look at it from this standpoint. Stop looking from a fan standpoint. And as I looked at it, I was like, you know what? You're right. He should have had help. Yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, basically you shut you up.
We're going X and O's. Yes, we're going X and O's, Johnny D.
Okay. No problem with me.
Johnny, was this your idea of good radio of recapping
Absolutely,
a play
man.
from 6 weeks ago?
Man, I love it. I love the back and forth.
People
I love
need more suave.
Look, it's the fanboy and suave. It's the as somebody put on our YouTube page at Cova Sports TV, it's suave fanboy versus he's the best villain in DC sports. Talking about Chris Russell. So there you go, there, Rooster.
So I'm Batman.
Hey,
he's Joker.
listen, I could praise this team. I could praise this team 100% of the time. Oh, that's Sanchez. Sanchez knows me. He knows that. He knows that I do lots of praise. The power of positivity, guys. I could talk about this team positively for 10 years in a row, never saying a negative word, and somebody would still call me a hater. And probably more than that would call me a hater, just because I don't have pom-poms surgically attached to my wrists and other spots in my body.
Yeah. By the way, he says, bro is the enemy of the state. That's what you are. and honestly, Chris, I think you embrace being the DC sports villain. I think you embrace that opportunity every day.
I embrace honesty, boys. I embrace honesty and the truth.
You got to get that T-shirt
That's a T-shirt
made.
right there.
That's a T-shirt being made, and then put on the back, "Go scratch."
Go scratch.
He is Chris Russell at WrestleMania 621. Chris, always a pleasure. Before I let you go, final prediction for this weekend: Lions Commanders. One of our poll questions is, who should be on upset alert this weekend? Will it be the Detroit Lions?
I mean, if you want me to be honest, I think the Lions win, but the Commanders cover the 8.5, so keep it somewhat close. If you want me to do a fanboy pick, I mean, of course, I'm rooting for the Commanders and hope and give them, 10, 15-ish% chance, maybe a little bit more. Who should be on upset alert? Ooh, boy. I don't know, man. With what I saw out of the Rams last night and their defense, I think they're going to be a really, really, really tough test for that Philadelphia offense. Of course, Baltimore in Buffalo, I don't know if that's an upset alert. Kansas City, I think, should be fine against Houston. But I would say if I had to do an upset alert, it would be the Rams in Philadelphia, although short week-long travel does worry me.
Are you going to the game?
Well, we're waiting to find that out, Johnny. Like some logistics are being held up, is how I'll call them and I'll label them. And your boy wants to go. Your boy has plans to go. Will he be allowed out of the cage?
Motown Monday. Do they not know that you do a Motown Monday segment?
I don't think they care. And you're right. I do Motown Monday, although there are plans, much to Paulie's chagrin. Speaking of Paulie, to I kept the Motown Monday theme going yesterday because they're going to Motown, for God's sake. Mm-hmm. Next Monday might be a little bit different, right? It might be a little bit different.
Okay. He is the one and only Chris Russell. You can follow him on the X at WrestleMania 621. You could also check him out this afternoon at theteam980.com from 1 to 4. Always the pleasure, my friend. You continued your success up there and embrace being the number one hated sports talk radio host in D.C. You are a sports villain.
I'll just flip on the radio, the switch, and fire away on the radio with no thought whatsoever.
No thought whatsoever.
No thought. See you, boys.
Show up. It's all good, buddy.
Thanks, Chris.
There he is, one of the hardest working men in sports talk radio. Chris Russell is joining us here on the program. A reminder, New Year's Same Bad Team. Join the team that lists and sells thousands of homes in Hampton Roads. I'm talking about the team of Brian Worst at A Better Way Realty. 757-424-9007. That's 757-424-9007. Or visit them online at abetterway.com. They're the worst team in Hampton Roads when it comes to buying or selling your home today, JLo. So if you are looking to buy or sell today, just give a call to A Better Way. Hey, look, straight ahead, we close up shop. We'll update our Pacer payroll poll questions. More of your texts. The Tell 'em Kellum Talking text line is open for about 15 more minutes. 757-497-1310. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
This morning on Interstate 64 eastbound, there's stop-and-go traffic between Rip Rap Road and the HRBT. And on Interstate 264 eastbound, traffic is backed up between Des Moines Avenue and the Berkeley Bridge. On 464 northbound, there are also heavy delays between Poindexter Street and Interstate 264. And finally, traffic is stop-and-go on Interstate 564 westbound between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. I'm Peter Cook on Fox Sports 1310.
Discover I'm Dr. Mark Cardelia, orthopedic surgeon and surgical director of the CHKD Sports Medicine Program. We see a lot of knee injuries in student athletes these days, and many of these are ACL tears. Parents often ask how to know when a knee injury may be serious. The most obvious symptom is severe pain or swelling in the knee joint. Your child may have heard a pop when the injury occurred. Look for signs they can't put weight on the knee around 48 hours after the injury, or if the knee feels unstable or wobbly. Those are all signs you should see a CHKD sports medicine specialist. Our sports medicine physicians, surgeons, athletic trainers, and physical therapists understand the needs of growing athletes and tailor treatment to fit each child's age and level of activity. Our goal is to accurately diagnose the problem in a timely fashion and provide the treatment that will ensure a safe return to activity. Kids want to play, and we want to help them get back in the game. To learn more, visit chkd.org. Sports medicine at CHKD. We're more than a hospital.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Kova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit kovapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
.com and Chesapeake Regional Healthcare, the Tidewater Job Fair, February 25th. Don't miss it.
Hey guys, it's Chris with Adele Diamond. Happy New Year. I just want to take 30 seconds and share how grateful we are as a local business for all the listener support last year. Despite the economic challenges many of us faced, the community support gave us a record year. And this year, more than ever, our team will be hard at work, making sure we're bringing you the best value, the best quality, and the best jewelry styles. We're looking forward to helping you commemorate your special moments with a piece from Adele Diamond. From all of us, we say thank you, and we'll see you soon. Adele Diamond, your local trusted fine jeweler.
Power failures are preventable with a Kellum Mechanical installed Honeywell automatic standby generator. Call today to live your Southside life uninterrupted. Yep, comfy house, warm food, hot showers, even Wi-Fi all day. Financing with credit approval. KellumMechanical.com.
Looking for money talk? You can find it now on 97.3 HD2. You'll get the latest from Main Street and Wall Street from Bloomberg and The Ramsey Show. That's Money Talk on 97.3 HD2. Listen live, online, anytime at foxsports1310.com. With the best lineup in sports talk radio 24/7, 365. This is Fox Sports 1310. This is the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
Want to thank Chris Russell once again for stopping by the radio program as we talk Commanders Lions coming up this weekend. If you missed any of it, check it out on our YouTube page at Cova Sports TV. That's Cova Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button today. We greatly appreciate it. Let's get to the Pacer payroll poll question. We'll update it on the X at Drive Johnny D. Also got a couple of text messages I do want to get to. The Tell 'em Kellum talk and text line is open this morning at 757-497-1310. What do we got there, Suave, on the poll this morning, if you don't mind?
Sure thing. I do not mind at all. So let's go to the first one. First question is, who should be on upset alert in the NFL divisional round? We had choices of the Chiefs, Eagles, and the Lions. Number one at 52.9% goes to Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
I'm stunned.
Look, I would think because it's the most immediate thing that we saw last night was the Rams.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you saw it last night. We're very reactionary.
Mm-hmm.
They look good with their 27-9 win over the Vikings. They're going to Philadelphia. Philadelphia did not look great against Green Bay. That was, a 16-10 game going into the fourth?
Yeah.
Well, we talked about Philadelphia, man. Philadelphia just chokes you out. That's how they play. They're professional. They grind it. Clock management. I think people in Philly, though, are still waiting for Sirianni to make a mistake.
I think so, too.
Yep.
They think it's still coming.
I
All
think
right,
it's
still coming. You still think it's coming?
Yes.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
And in fact, I'm saying it right now, I think the Eagles are in the Super Bowl.
Wow. Hot take.
Yeah, it's a hot take.
Now, I may want to save it for tomorrow
Yeah.
for our Hump Day hot
You
takes.
can elaborate on it a little more.
I just think Philadelphia, their defense has been the reason. They have surprised a lot of people defensively. And I think offense having the ability to run the football with both Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, they just choke you out, man. They're physical. They wear you down. They wear you down.
But the person that's going to take them out of Super Bowl chances is not Sirianni in the defense. It's Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I have a feeling that Hurts.
I think it's amazing they're winning despite Jalen Hurts.
Absolutely. Exactly. So just
Right.
imagine if the game had to be put in Jalen Hurts. I think that's what's going to make them lose.
All right.
So just to finish off on that question, 41.2% goes to the Detroit and 5.9% go to the Eagles. Next question, is the Dallas Cowboys head coaching job the most coveted in the NFL? We have 80% says no.
Wow. I was thinking about that on the ride in, right? What is the most coveted job in all of football? You could include college as well.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Alabama failed last year, right, with Caleb DeBoer.
Mm-hmm.
I would believe maybe we'll put it up on the poll tomorrow as far as what would be your options, right? The Cowboys got to be up there with the NFL.
Absolutely.
Who else in the NFL if it opened up today? Pittsburgh?
If Pittsburgh open, yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh? What about on the college ranks?
J-Lo, you thinking on the college ranks?
It's not going to be UVA, I could guarantee you that.
Well, yeah, coach has to be fired for that, so.
Again, very literal, J-Lo. Get a little bit of a personality. It's okay. Again, just hypothetically speaking.
What about Trent Dilfer's position? Is he fired yet?
Would you stop? UAB is not a... Lord. Although I got to get Trent back on the program. I'm going to write it down.
Oh, man. All right, so next Pacer poll question goes to Dallas Cowboys fans. Would it be a perfect fit for a head coach to be primetime Deion Sanders? And secondary question today is, with his quarterback trading Dak Prescott to get Shedeur Sanders, 66.7% says yes.
I'm really curious to see how this plays out. Really, I am. I told you in hour number 2, I think it's just a great leverage play by Sanders. I think you leak it out there. You have an interest in Dallas, mutual interest. They throw it out there. I think he wants the Raiders job.
I think so,
I think he wants the Raiders job. Raiders got a high draft pick. You could get your kid in there. Wherever you go. Look, a couple of weeks ago, he had no interest in coaching. Now, if I got an opportunity to coach my kids, then I got an interest. He's got no interest in the Dallas Cowboys. Well, we had a conversation. Very intriguing to talk to Jerry. Look, Jerry's a good businessman. He's a good salesman. He'll sell you on the Dallas Cowboys. Doesn't mean it's a good idea, but he'll sell you on it.
Mm-hmm. So the next one is, speaking of, how would you describe Don Suave? With another poll question.
Yes.
50% goes to relatable, and tie for 16.7 is authentic, comedic, and nice.
What are the options again?
Relatable, authentic, comedic, and nice.
Very nice. See, I told you, man. People love Suave.
Absolutely.
They need more Suave in their life.
And
right? It's like coffee. You need a little bit more sugar in your coffee.
Hey.
You need a little bit more Suave. Why is this camera blurry, by the way, J-Lo? Is that just me? Is my do I need to clean my glasses?
No.
There we go. That's a little bit
A
better.
little bit of brightness. That's
You
all.
got to move over a little bit, Suave. Try and make the camera.
See?
Oh,
No,
I don't know.
He's got a little bit of blurriness.
I don't
there.
know what's going on.
I still got this Cowboy Stadium thing going on in here.
Yeah,
we got to
yeah.
figure this out with the blinds.
Your curtains
See right
now.
there.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right? I got a little bit of the CD Lamb going on.
Yeah.
I'm blinded. I'm not blinded. I'm blinded. I'm not blinded.
All right, and the last one, just for you, Josh Brown. We would have put it up there. Do you listen to Pusha T over Rob Bass?
But see, I don't think that was the question.
Oh, no. We have a lot of people chimed in.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
The choices was yes, no, and the third choice was who? And leading at 46.7% goes to who?
Who?
Who? With 33.3% going to yes and 20% going to no.
See, I don't think that was the question. I think the question was supposed to be, do you listen to Pusha T? Not Pusha T over Rob Bass.
Hey, some people said no, so you must listen to Broad Bass. Hey, and then our residential Hank chimed in with the song "It Takes Two." I guess to make
Of course
it
he
go
did,
right.
man. Of course he did. Gotta love Hank. All right, so there you go. Still got an opportunity. We will keep the polls open throughout the day. Follow us on the X, if you don't mind, at Drive Johnny D, on Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D. You could also check us out on YouTube this morning, streaming live at Cova Sports TV. All right, hold on a second. I just got to respond. Lomas Brown, by the way, the longtime lineman for the Detroit Lions, he will be joining us on the program tomorrow. I just need to respond to him, J-Lo, if you don't mind. There we go. 8:45 tomorrow. We'll talk Commanders. We'll talk Lions. Longtime lineman, Lomas Brown. Go back to back. Eric Wood today, former lineman. We'll go Lomas Brown, former lineman, coming up tomorrow on the program. Got about a minute. Let me get a couple of texts here. The Tell 'em Kellam Talking text line.
Get to it.
At 757-497-1310. Where did I leave off last time? Let's see here. Here we go. 540. Darnold is back to being a pumpkin, no doubt about it. Cost him a lot of cash this past couple of weeks. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
The 267 chimes in. Dion in Dallas. NFC East fans rejoice. D will stink again. Okay. 757. If Dion goes to Big D, who will get more airtime? It's going to be Jerry. Is it going to be Dion?
Yeah, it'll be Jerry still.
That'll be an interesting
That'll
one.
be interesting.
Right? 904, upset alert should be the Eagles, but don't be shocked if the Lions fall flat again in the playoffs. Commanders are a team of destiny. That's how a lot of people feel. And the final one, don't worry, J-Lo, he chimed in. The 434. Upset alert, not sure in the NFL. Certainly won't be anyone who plays against UVA in hoops. They're a lock. Nothing? No thoughts on that
I don't know what you
one?
want me to say.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, that is going to wrap it up for a Tuesday edition. Want to thank all our great guests, our texts, our tweets. If you missed any of this fine radio program, check it out on YouTube this afternoon at Cova Sports TV. We'll also put it up on the X at Drive Johnny D. For Suave, for J-Lo, yours truly, you have been listening to The Morning Drive right here on Fox Sports 1310 AM and the Fox Sports 1310 app. See you.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Lots of sunshine today with high temperatures in the low 40s. For tonight, we'll see partly cloudy skies with a passing snow shower, but little to no accumulation expected. Back to sunshine for Wednesday, but cold and windy. High temperatures only in the mid-30s, but it'll feel more like the 20s with the wind. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
It's time for a Fox Sports 50 with Dino on Fox Sports 1310.
The NFL divisional round of the playoffs is this weekend. We'll have the first game Saturday when the Houston Texans visit the Kansas City Chiefs. Coverage begins at 4 p.m. here on Fox Sports 1310. The long-anticipated demolition of RFK Stadium in Washington is set to begin in late January, according to Events DC. This could be good news for Washington Commanders fans who are hoping the team moves back to DC. The team currently does not have a new deal for a new stadium or has made plans to move the Commanders back to DC. For that to happen, Mayor Muriel Bowser still needs to negotiate a deal with the team's ownership group, and the DC Council needs to approve the plan. Meanwhile, the Commanders are preparing to face the Lions in Detroit this Saturday night in the NFL Divisional Playoff Round. I'm Dino, Fox Sports.
This has been a Fox Sports 50 on Fox Sports 1310.
We are Fox Sports.
You're listening to Fox Sports 1310, WGHAM, W265EF Newport News, and WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310.
You're out, you're about, but you want your Dan Patrick. Well, good news, he goes everywhere with you. If you missed the show, you can podcast it. If you want to see the show, just go to Peacock, and we stream it live every weekday. Watch